They've got the kids beaten this time. Putting no effects mic up there.
Welcome back to Parrot Park. It is round 10 of the League. League out there. Time where we go to the bottom of the show today. All thanks to the Macca Community Sports Club. Diving for Rob Copplestone, I'm not sure actually speaking of special comments for us, all half the good. Let's get stuck into the game today and just quickly river and the game. So Molly and Ben, how do we see them? I'm Molly and
And then they go down
He's first, Eddie. What are you thinking?
Oh, I think having Jed Lamb and Kobe Grass come back in is going to be massive for Warragul. So I think Warragul are going to go really, really well today. Wonthaggi, though, they have had a good start to the season. I had an interview with one of their coaches, which was really cool to get some insight into their club. So
Tristan Francis,
yeah, he was awesome to chat to. So yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm not quite sure who I would pick for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going Warragul.
Yeah, look, sometimes a loss hurts you beyond the week you play it.
Yep.
And I think that loss to Moe is it's a big
Yeah.
one. That puts you back on the heels. 12-goal loss.
7 goals, I think it was, before Wonthaggi got there first.
Yeah, so, players start to second-guess themselves, and they're like anyone else. They're thinking, wow, we've got to touch up last week. We've got to travel to Warragul. We're losing a couple of our best. And as I say, I repeat it every so often, but whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're probably right. And I reckon there's some doubts as to whether they think they can today, and that might be the difference.
Wonthaggi or Warragul?
It's Warragul to win today. And the thing is that these injuries have occurred basically to their backline, Joe Connor and
then you've got Land coming in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
from the opposition.
That's the trouble.
Well, one more before we go to a break. Mafra Sale, big game, Battle of the Birds. Mafra got him in round 1 at Sale. They're back home today. Harry Bergiel, Braden Monk comes in. Sale lose Shannon Lang, Jack McLaren, Jared Freeman.
Oh,
Paul Carter, one word.
Before the ins and outs, I would have gone for Sale to bounce back, but I think Mafra might do this.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mafra as well.
Mafra ran Sale off their legs late in the game early in the year, and they may well do it again. From what I've seen from Sale last week, yeah, you'd have to go with a young, enthusiastic Mafra side.
Yeah, I sort of agree, but I just can't see Sale losing. I don't know.
Shannon Lang.
I know, yeah, I know, but I think Jack Johnson steps up, Igmalisi Smith back into the side. I'm not sure. I have to decide. I'm going to go Sale. You are listening to Gippsland Live. That's been our pre-game coverage. The reserves, Traralgon win at 8:11.59, Leongatha 2:5.17. The seniors are out there, Leongatha not too far away. Our first quarter's coming up after the break. We're going to get stuck in to our ins and outs with a big game between Leongatha and Traralgon. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, betting in Gippsland.
Oh, good.
and welcome to Parrot Park this afternoon. It's great to have you company. It is the Olympia Energy Gippsland League round 10 back. And it is between Leanne Gaffer and Tarrolin. Leanne Gaffer really nice. The season is middle part of the year. Has been very good. They sit second on the ladder. Their last 5 games, their average winning margin has been 71 points. They're in good form, but they've got some big injury concerns. They take on the Maroons today. Their last 5 weeks has been a little bit up and down. Back in the top 3 though is important. Back in round 1, of course the grand final replay was the Parrots winning by 17 points. We have a great game of football this afternoon. It is Gippsland live on TRL. Thanks to Harvey Morgan and Electrical Gippsland. My name's Darryl Cooley. My co-caller this afternoon is Rob Potterstone. Poppy, good afternoon to you. G'day Gippsland.
Perfect. Absolutely gorgeous winter's day in Leongatha. Perfect blue sky. The slightest of breezes. 2 really good sides in good form. The result really important. I've actually been excited about this particular game for a couple of days. It's going to be a beauty.
Yeah, number 1 stats man in the business, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, is Paul Carter. He's to my right. Paul, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon, Darryl and listeners. I think Troy Hamilton has had a touch of genius moving Jackson McMahon to full forward.
Yes.
He adds a completely different dimension to that. He's not the tall, high-marking person. He's a fast lead, and he'll just add a lot of headaches there and open up the area for guys like Dan McKenna and Dylan LaPraise and the Crummers, Willerton,
Yep.
Neocleus. I think they'll just be
Great option.
too many options up forward of Traralgon for Leongatha to cover today.
Special comments this afternoon, all thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. It is Addison Howe in the commentary box with us. Addie, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Looking forward to a big day, filling in the big footsteps there and the big shoes of Nick Boxer-Lacino.
Big shoes to
Yep,
fill in.
I'm sure you'll do very fine. Let's have a look at the ins and outs just quickly. Brock Davison comes in, Bo Grabham-Andrews and Travis Nash for Leongatha out. Sean Westaway, Cade Maskell, Talon Brill, and you can add to that last week, Tom Marriott's out of the side as well, so some big outs.
Jensen Garnham.
Take me through the ins because I can't understand your writing.
Bo Grabham-Andrews, Travis Nash and
BGA.
Brock Davidson.
If I just go with BGA, that's Bo
Grabham-Andrews.
Grabham-Andrews.
And for Bo's family, I'll stick with Grabham-Andrews.
Yes,
Don't worry about that.
Well, you can wrap your tongue around that one.
Traralgon, Cade Marsh and Levi McCumber makes his senior debut there for the Maroons.
Do we know much about him?
He is a young boy. I'm pretty sure he's about 17 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah, it'll be really interesting. He's a bottom age in the thirds. So,
Bottom age thirds player having a senior debut at Leongatha against like that's a nice little welcome.
Yeah, just having a look out. They are warming up just in front of us, wearing the jumper number 20. I'll get a bit of a look at him shortly. But out for obviously Traralgon, Connor Ambler and Hugh Dunbar. Let's get some quick thoughts. Who wins and by how much, Paul Carter?
Traralgon's going to win this afternoon, and they're going to win it by about 25 points.
All right. I've got here Boxer, but we don't want to call Addie Boxer. So, Addie.
Traralgon by 15.
All right. And Poppy?
Well, you know what? Every time I go with Traralgon in these sort of games that could go either way, I get let down.
Yep.
I think Traralgon will win by 17 points.
17. All right. I initially tipped Leongatha.
Yes.
I saw the outs and wanted to change. I may have changed my tips in the ultimate tipping competition that we
Right.
do on Balls and All, but I'm just going to stick with Leongatha. Does that make sense?
Oh, no, it makes no sense, but I love
Yeah.
it. It's like you're having
Yeah, a
piece
bit each way. Backs against the wall, at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
Proud team, Leongatha. They know they've got some injury concerns, but they've got players that step up when they need to. Ty Hall's been great for them. And the youngsters, Xavier Lammers, or Lemurs. Oh, I better get that right. I did get in trouble for that surname as well. I better check on that one before we get our commentary going. But
Lemurs sounds great.
yeah,
Very exotic.
Leongatha by many, Darryl?
Leongatha by many?
Yeah.
Point your tip.
2 points, sorry.
Oh,
No, I don't know what you were talking about there, Paul. 1 point. It's going to be 2 point margin.
2 point.
Just looking at young Levi now. He's going to start on the bench. Nice ripped young fella that he is. He'll be looks pretty quick to me. I think you might go with the pace there of
And is it Macumber?
McCumber.
Yeah, good.
We'll go spot on.
Good on him.
This first quarter for Metricon Homes is not too far away. In the middle of the ground there for Traralgon is Willerton, Cunico and D'Angelo, while the ruckman in there will be Tyler Anderson to start things off for the Maroons. While for the Parrots, Kim Drew's in there. You know, he likes a bit of a run with roll. Who might it go to? It could be D'Angelo. At the moment, he's not on anyone in particular. Obviously, Heppel starts in there with Luke Bowman, and the ruckman there is Jacob Warren. So the first quarter, umpires are going to get us underway. Round 10 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Warren up against Anderson, the youngster, giving away a little bit of height from Traralgon. No one really gets the tap down. Heppel was there, squeezed a handle off the back to Forrester. Kick out wide to Hall. Closing quickly there is Brown, and now he fights hard, does Cooper Brown. Left it behind though. Hall tried to get over the top of Tripodi's head, couldn't do so. Bowman's there, Tripodi does well. Handball's back to Tom McMahon. Back to Hourigan. Hourigan's kick goes 14.5 metres. D'Angelo says, I'll take it, and he'll mark it just inside the field of play. Defensive back flank for the Maroons. Inboard kick. Just got to Tom McMahon, took it a tackler, gave it to Brown. They're under pressure, the Maroons. Switching kick will be okay. Membry's on the outer side. He'll get the hop and away he goes.
Off he goes, the Membry from the left back pocket. Got a runner, got some space now. I reckon that looks to be Connor Little. So Connor Little goes along the line, finds Matt North. So Matt North now, they just thread their way through to Willerton, centre half forward, true, left foot, they got the runners. They're running in numbers. Tristan Wack dropped what he should have taken. He was inside 50, plays
good
on
tackle.
now. He is caught, ball and all. Play on's the call. Advantage pays the Parrots with a wave. Start to go from half-back flank, and they do it through Island. And they go long to half-forward flank, but guess what? It's all the Maroons, and it's Ty Hourigan.
It is. So Hourigan now switches the play. We're going to see plenty of this afternoon. Open space at Parrot Park to Brown. Handle over the top to Cunico. Back to Brown by hand he goes to Willerton. Right foot from Willerton. Looking for Lopez. He's got a couple to beat and does just that. Dylan Lopez. Nice contested grab in front of two defenders. And that's going to be the issue this afternoon for the Parrots. They're missing some key personnel down back. And these forwards, is McKenna? No, okay, McKenna's now going to give it to Lopez. I thought all of a sudden McKenna were going to take the footy. So Dylan Lopez will have a shot, 45-degree angle, 45 metres out. Kicking towards the city end of the ground here at Parrot Park. The first score of the afternoon. Lopez rolls across the 50, gets to 45, drop punt on its way, likes it, loves it, celebrates. The first goes the Maroons' way, and it goes to Dylan Lopez.
This just shows how dangerous Traralgon can be. Both inside 50s then came from a switch kick straight from the back line, straight to Liam Willerton with an awesome entry both times into the forward 50. So it can be very dangerous, Traralgon, with this switch kick.
And on the Metricon Home scoreboard, that first score has come up at the 2-minute mark of this first quarter, and it's 1 goal straight to Traralgon, and Lee and Gathie yet to score.
The last few times I've seen Traralgon, they've jumped out of the blocks with 3 or 4 goals. Remember against Bensdale?
Yeah.
4 goals in the first 10 minutes. They did the same against Sale before. Opposition balance up and they start to counter a bit now. Important that the tempo is at a high level in this sort of game. Ball back in the centre of Parrot Park. It's going to be the big fella. Tyler Anderson fights hard, beaten to the ball though on that occasion by Jacob Baum. He got the tap. The umpire takes control of the ball. Couldn't find its way out, so take 2. Anderson from the back, beaten to it by Warren again. At ground level, a handful of players from either side. There's no room to move there at the moment as the Parrots close in. Warner gets another tap. Nicely done. Find their way through this time. Yeah, they can. They do it nicely too. Kim Drew towards the half-forward flank. Ground level it goes. Now there's a little bit of room to move. Island inside forward 50. Led to the ball. And it's Membry that leads the way. Mitch Membry did it well. Read the play and then threads a kick all of 50 metres. And off the half-back line they go now. And they go through Cunico using the corridor. And as Addy pointed out, the switch play is starting to open up the opposition. If it comes off, play on's the call.
Oh, good tackle.
The mark. Connor Little was
done.
under pressure. Did well to D'Angelo. From the grandstand wing, he goes short, finds a teammate, and off they go again.
Yeah, Anderson is that one he found. He's been called to play on. He has to come back on the right foot and go inboard. Heppel's there, wins it. The forward handball was good. Argento gets the kind bounce. Now Island gets on the end of it. A little chip kick over the top to Davison. Membry comes off his opponent, and Traralgon have got the numbers. They stand tall in defensive 50. Brown, outlet kick. And he can find Tom McMahon. Maroons lead by 6. It's frantic early in this first quarter for Metricon. Willerton finds the footy. He takes the mark and kicks down the line. Lopez turns around. Chip kick, another 20-metre kick to Matt North on the outer side. They build nicely to the Maroons. They're about to go inside forward 50. It's a shallow pocket kick, and then picking it off down back was Nash. Nash will switch it out wide to Jack Hume.
So Hume now from inside defensive 50, enemy territory is where he is, and he looks forward. There's lots of soldiers ahead too, so go short. They thread their way through. They do it nicely. Geez, they just fumble when they didn't want to. Jack Hume under pressure. Along the line he goes. Can he find a teammate? He can. Good strong mark by Aaron Heppel, halfback flank. He's going to chance his arm in the corridor, and he does it so beautifully. Really nice kick to Ireland. Ireland stops and props and looks, and he chooses Luke Bowman as the best option. Bowman on that left leg. 1-on-1, no, 1-on-2 contest. Membry comes in, gets a hand to it. Can he get control? He was leg. Umpire says, pop, you're right. Free kick goes the way of Membry. With Leongatha's goals just 30 metres behind him, he comes to the grandstand side with a skipper. Ty Hirrigan provides an option, and he goes long. He's got 2 options, and which one does he choose? Well, he gave it to Cade Marsh, who took the easiest of marks.
Yeah, he'll go down the line, Cade, looking for Jackson McMahon. Over his head, lands on the chest, though, of McKenna. McKenna's got one over the top. It's Reuters in front of Nash. He does take the mark, does Reuters. The runner was McMahon. He's on his own. He's got 2 Traralgon players. Well weighted.
Look at that. Nicely
done. Marsh was one in the pocket. Tate that was. Jackson McMahon was inboard, and he just hesitated there, did Cade Reuters, and found McMahon. Took the mark inside forward 50. And we'll have this shot on goal. So they lead by 6.
Like the way they're choosing options, you know, and they're choosing the right options too, aren't they, the Maroons at the moment?
That was a perfect one by Cade Reuters.
Yeah, held the ball.
45-degree angle, nearly the same spot where Dylan Lopez put it through a moment ago. McMahon, he kicked 6 last week. He's a backman that they've thrown forward. Poppy likes him as a forward. He knows how to find the goal. I saw him before the game. He told me he was going to kick 6. Well, he's got 1 to start with. Jackson McMahon.
What was good then was seeing Mitch Membry come off his player in the back line. Happened twice and got the ball both times, so it was really good to see him sort of play off his player and get it out of the back line.
What I liked about that too, Addie, was Pelicano was by himself 20 or 30 metres as Membry left him.
Dangerous,
so it was sort of all in for Membry, but he chanced his arm, chose the right option, Paul Carter, and they got the result.
And the Metricon home scoreboard sees Traralgon to the 12-point lead. 2 goals straight, 12. The Maroons, 7 minutes played first quarter. They've taken 17 marks in the first 7 minutes.
Well, there you go. We've got a game and a half, and the ball back in the centre now. Parrot Park, and coming out is Heppel. Aaron, half-forward flank. Geez, he's just been on the edge. He wishes his arms were about 3 or 4 centimetres longer. And I speak of Leongatha's Ty Hall, who kicked towards him, have just missed a couple of times. Right now, Harvey Neocleus has the ball. The short option to Cunico. They've got runners. They're really putting some pressure on this Leongatha side. And you'll see that all 36 players are forward of the half-back flank for Leongatha as they try to close down space. Cunico's kick's long, but Cade Marsh was taken out of the contest, and it was a good, strong mark. It was, too, by Jared Stewart, who goes along the line. Can he find Pelicano? He can't. Whack, roved. The ruckman roved it, gave it off. Done it nicely, too, to Connor Little. He goes short to Neocleus, or in fact, D'Angelo, who gives it off, and here we go. They're inside their forward 50 now. Harvey Neocleus, can he find a winner inside forward 50? He can't. McKenna, ground level. Also McMahon fights to keep the ball in and does it nicely.
Hold the ball.
40 metres out. Oh, he's paid holding the ball, has he?
Yep.
So it's going to go the way of the Parrots.
I'm just going to give it to Jacob Warren, the big ruckman down there, and he'll kick to the outer side. Find a target on the outer side here at Parrot Park. Little chip kick. Finds a teammate. Down the line, that's Harding. You suspect those sort of names, Harding, Heppel, Bowman, they need to find plenty of the football this afternoon. They come back across the defensive side. It lands in their hands across here in Xavier Bowles. Bowles finds a teammate in Nash on the outer side. Top of the 50. And now back inboard. It's a nice little kick to Jack Hume. Hume turns and goes. Inboard kick to Bowman. Bowman right in the middle of Parrot Park, comes back out wide, changing lanes again to Big Benny Willis. Back to Hume, who ran on. Hall's there with a forward handball. He's got another one forward. Good work, nicely done on that occasion from Cashmore. And they flick it back. Stewart gives it back to Hume. Hume gives it to Ireland, who put one hand up. The second grab was good. And the man on the mark stands at about 45 metres.
It'll be a good day to see how Paddy Ireland goes. We've seen in previous games how dangerous he can get when he's in the forward line. Massive reach on him, so we'll see how he goes today.
Normally a prodigious kick of the football is Paddy Ireland. He's their key forward today with some big outs. He's got a big roll ahead of him. And as he side trailed by 12 at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter for Metricon Homes, this one you suspect just has to go through. They're going to take their opportunities. 49 metres, distance no problem, and a beautiful kick. Paddy Ireland has nailed it from 48 metres out.
That's just what Paddy does. Awesome kick off him.
And that it brings the margin in Traralgon's favour back to 6 points. We're on the Metricon Homes scoreboard. 10 minutes, as Darryl said, has been played in the first quarter. Leongatha now 1 goal straight 6, trailing Traralgon 2 goals straight 12.
There's a good build-up there from the Parrots. They held onto the football, changed the lanes, made it hard for the Maroons to defend. And in the end, it was a neat little kick to Paddy. Just nearly sailed over the top of his head, but it was enough for him to take the nice mark right on the top of the 50.
So the Parrots stay in touch. If you've just tuned in, Leongatha, Scud, with a couple of notable outs today.
Yes, Marriott's out. Obviously, Maskell's out as well. They're long-term, by the way. Talon Brill was a late out as well.
So now they're wanting to surge for. Can they do it? The big fella, Big Benny. Big Benny Willis took ball. He got taken. And it takes a lot to take him, I tell you. He's a big man. And the ball... He's now balled up back in the centre. He gets a touchdown. D'Angelo handballs it out. A race for pace. Traralgon lead the way. Overrun the ball. Second go. Can they get it through? They can. On the end of it, goes the way of Tyler Anderson, the big man. Chooses an option. That's Cashmore. And now... goes to Oakley. Harvey. Threads one through, does it nicely. Tate Marsh towards the outer side of the ground. They're just finding their way through, aren't they? Finding gaps in this opposition, running hard. D'Angelo inside for... I tell you what, it was within inches of the goal in the end. Sam Forrester got the touch and saved the day.
And it's the first behind of the game. 2-1-13, Traralgon leading Leongatha 1 goal straight 6. Metricon Homes scoreboard, 12 minutes played.
So Forrester brings it in, goes short to Jack Hume. Still inside defensive 50 for the Parrots. Hume looks to the near side, which is the grandstand side here at Leongatha. Stewart's the target. Walker it was, sorry, over the top there. Ireland gave a handball across and put Walker under enormous pressure straight away. And Tripodi said, I'll take the free kick, but Connor Little takes the advantage. Kicks it nicely to Jackson McMahon, 48 metres. McMahon on its way. Oh, wow. He's got 2 in the first quarter. And goal at a contender.
You cannot let Traralgon get those fast ball movements into the forward 50. They are so dangerous.
And
where have I been for the last 6 years? This is where I should be. I was born to be a forward. 2 goals in the first 12 minutes of this week on the back of 6 goals last week against Sale. He's proving to be a bit of a find at the midway mark of this year. Troy Hamilton, a bit of a masterstroke. Credit where it's due. Ball back in the centre. Big Benny Willis again, had front position, give him the tap. Can he find a teammate? He went looking for Kim Drew. He got taken, and the ball through north, goes north towards Leongatha's town centre. That's the way that Traralgon are going, to the right of your radio, and they're relentless as Willerton dances around 2, gives off Laprise. He might walk this one in. No, pressure from Leongatha's pretty good. A kick around the body is marked in the last line of defence, and the Parrots take it out.
Yeah, the kick though comes off the side of the boot, although nicely done. It was Lemurs who takes the mark on defensive 50. And Lemurs looks up, just slows things up. He's got Davidson presenting. Over the top was Bowman, but it's McKenna who's got the sit on this one. And he dropped the mark that he should have taken there. Argento swooped on it. Handball at the toes of Jack Hume. He had to sock it off the ground. Bowman's there. Tried the don't argue. Lost the footy. Traralgon get it through Tripodi. Go back down towards the top of the 50. Good spore from the back from Lopez. Comes to the boundary line. Lindsay handballs inboard to Kim Drew. They go backwards by hand. Nash is there. A short little kick to Benny Willis. Leongatha trail by 13. Willis goes inside his defensive 50, where Forrester takes the mark. He wants the switch to continue, but no one was out there presenting. So he has to come back to the near side. Hume had some company with Tripodi. Strong from Marsh, and Cade just got crunched from Big Benny Willis, and, well, he couldn't move. Holding the footy, Willis quickly plays on, gives it a handball off to Nash. Nash gets a foot to it. Argento gives it to the run of Jack Hume. Does he take a bounce? No, he kicks inside forward 50. The big ruckman resting down there. Oh,
Nice.
Look at how many
Hourigan.
Traralgon players we've got down there. Leongatha have to push back if they're going to push up.
That was 5-on-1 in the end. Hourigan take the big contested mark.
Did do front of the pack as he does. Read the ball so beautifully. Now they'll work it out. Cunico under pressure. Quick hands. Can he find a teammate? Went searching for a teammate. I reckon it could have been Whack, but in the end of the day, it's going to end up back with Cunico, whose kick around the body was, well, high risk, but in the end of the day, it found teammate Tate Marsh. Again, they go lateral, but keep possession. Important. Thomas McMahon looks to his right. He's just forward of the left halfback, or in fact, left back pocket, and he found a teammate at halfback flank now. North takes the ball, handballs blindly over the top. A tap forward it was too from Macumba. And now Traralgon, well, they're beaten to the ball by the boundary. Half forward flank, that's right, half forward flank. Leongatha into attack. They're trailing at the 15, nearly 16-minute mark of this first quarter. Traralgon 3-1-19 and Leongatha 1 goal.
So boundary throw in, half forward flank for Leongatha. Willis grabs it out of the ruck, gives it to Argento, who kicked around his body. It wasn't Argento, because Argento runs onto this one at the end of it. And now he taps it inside forward 50. Lemurs is there, put a little bit of pressure on. Argento tried to duck the shoulder and get the free kick, and in the end, well, he come unstuck. It was holding the footy. Connor Little releases the pressure, gets it to Tommy McMahon. They're still in. They come lateral to the Maroons, to Membry.
They're doing this well.
Hourigan presents, so does Tripodi, and Tripodi gets on the end of it. He's got a couple of runners over the top. Marsh is one of those. He can take the mark. No, he doesn't. Lands at his toes. Quickly picked up there from Bowles. Hourigan comes in, fights with Kim Drew. Ground level ball. They drag it in. Lots of numbers over it, and we'll have a stoppage right in front of the Leongatha's coaching box.
So really just a mistake from Traralgon there that caused that stoppage. A little bit of luck, they were on their way. And now Leongatha fight to keep the ball as close to their area as possible. Geez, thought it could have been a push in the back. Play on's the call.
Quick score update for the boys down at Morwell. Gippsland Power 35, Eastern Rangers 43.
Ooh, big one down there. All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture there. Addy Howe, all thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon. Helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Willis grabs it out of the ruck to Heppel, to Argento, back to Bowman. Tried to take on, good, don't argue on. Tom McMahon put him down too. Inboard handball to Hume. He goes backwards to Travis Nash. Nash has got Warren on a long searching lead. Does it hit him? Not quite. Membry reads it off the hop and then runs away from Warren and handballs forward out to Brown. Just missed him. Lemurs tried to shove him to the ground. He did just that. Goes back in there. Membry does well though. Handballs over the shoulder and working hard over the shoulder. Free kick will go Harvey Neocleus' way. That's the Maroons. They lead by 13. 18-minute mark of the first quarter. Neocleus just holding a rib on the left-hand side there. He goes short. Doesn't quite get to Lopez. It pops up to him. A big tackle. That's a throwing the football. And free kick goes Bolger's way. He kicks on the outer side and finds Jacob Warren. Too far out to score. Pelicano's the tall target inside 50. Inboard kick. Nicely done to Harding. Harding's to open space. There's Pelicano. Nice delivery. Too far out, maybe? Thoughts, Addy? Can he make the distance?
Personally, I don't think I could kick that, so too far.
Justin Pelicano.
He tends to get under the ball a bit too, Pelicano.
He'll have to kick at 51.5, I'm tipping.
Yeah, it's going to be a big kick, but he usually gives them a bit too much air.
Let's see, directly in front. Yeah, that's underneath. It's going to land short. Island's there. Can't complete the mark. Roving beautifully on the left. Oh, Aiden Williams.
Could have been a contender.
The youngster was looking for a Zambrero.
1-1-7 Leongatha on the Metricon home scoreboard, trailing Traralgon 3-1-19, 19-minute mark first quarter.
All right, Membry to bring the ball back in for the Maroons, straight down the corridor, risky kick. Oh, paid off, nicely done, Cooper Brown.
Been good.
When you're hot, and he's hot at the minute as the Maroons go forward. Half-back flank, the option will come through Tyler Anderson, gives it to Neocleus. That's the Harvey type. They give ground, they keep possession, and they'll end up back with Cooper Brown. So they're doing a bit of dancing around. They eventually change direction back to where it all started. This is where the story started through Membry. He gives off to Hurrigan, who's provided some run from behind. A little chip kick short, finds a teammate. It's going to be the 1-2, or is it? No. It was Thomas McMahon that thought about it and then chose that I might just go down the line and go short. Good strong mark too. It was a one-on-one contest, but he was under pressure, was young Macumber, and he took it beautifully. Wants to play on. Going to be in trouble. Plays on. Centre half forward. Looks for North. Can't find that player. Threading it through. Beautifully done. Kim Drew on the end. Gave it off to Hume, and now Hume. They've got Pelicano. Pelicano says please. And Pelicano dropped when he should have taken. Hurrigan provided some undue pressure. The umpire says too much. Pelicano will kick this one.
Yeah, it was a good build-up. Good run there by Harding on the outer side. And then, as you called, Poppy, well done. He found the mismatch inside forward 50. Pelicano just worked hard enough backwards to have the free kick paid for him against Ty Hurrigan.
Risky kick by Macumber there, going straight through the middle, but that's the game Traralgon have brought today. They're not scared to switch lanes, go through the corridor.
And Pelicano will make them pay. He's pretty happy with that. He's a sort of player that thrives on this sort of competition. Very good finish for Pelicano. Leongatha stay in touch. That's important. They're in touch there with hope. And we're played just on 21 minutes.
Justin Pelicano's goal has brought the margin back in Traralgon's favour to 6 points on the Metricon home scoreboard. Leongatha 2-1-13, trailing the Maroons 3-1-19.
Pelicano and Ireland doing the bulk of the work up forward for the Parrots as their key tall targets down there. Quick check around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
At Mafra 27 to Sale 0.
Oh, gee whiz.
At Warragul, we've got 4-4-28 to Wonthaggi's 0-2. Just 2 points. Down at Traralgon with the Druin Morwell. Druin 1-2-8 to Morwell 3-1-19.
All right, and back here, it is 3-1-19 Traralgon. And they lead Leongatha 2-1-13. McMahon's got a couple of early ones for the Maroons. Big moment all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at the Mall Bowling Club. And the bistro's back open 7 days a week. As Warren and Anderson. Warren went early, still got a tap down. Heppel fights through a couple of tacklers. Just pops out now to Cunico, then became the tackler. Great work. The umpire said it was a handball. Handball comes back out there from Grabham Andrews. Goes backwards to Forrester. Lets Hume run onto this one. And Lemurs tries to come in and help. Bowman says now I'll become the tackler. And calls the stoppage. True centre wing here at Leongatha. In front of the grandstand. Any key stats standing out at the moment? Paul Carter inside 50s.
Leongatha, the last 5 inside 50s.
So you feel as though they're lifting the tempo somewhat as the ball's thrown up. Grandstand wing. Taken without the ball. The umpire says play on's the call. Quick kick forward. Goes towards half forward. Nicely picked up by Ty Hall. Went in the corridor. He'll get it back. He goes short. Nice run. Nice option. Patrick Island dances around one. Can he find an option inside? For 50 he can. Pelicano is presenting perfectly.
Tristan Wack just contested that ball a bit too late to where Paddy Island could just wheel and go on that one and hit his target.
So it was a triple P. Pelicano presents perfectly. Let's see if he can finish now with a goal directly in front from 35 metres.
With a punt.
With a punt. He's a punt all right. And it's
there
a
he goes.
The big fella is pretty happy. And guess what that means? It means the scores are locked away at the 23-minute mark.
Those scores on the Metricon home scoreboard, certainly right there, Poppy. 3 goals, 1-19 apiece. And it's the last 6 inside 50s have gone Leongatha's way after Traralgon dominated early.
Now that is 2 goals to Justin Pelicano.
He's been a good target for him up forward, and last couple of weeks have been really important for this Leongatha side. 23 3/4 minutes gone in the first quarter for Metricon Homes. Love where you live. The Metricon More Love celebration is on now. $50,000 to spend on luxuries. The designer and signature homes for just 10 grand. T's and C's do apply. That's at Metricon. Good tap by Willis. Goes forward. Cunico tries to run onto this one. Got shoved off the footy by Kim Drew and then wins the footy. Barrels it. Just over the top of Pelicano. Wack took the mark. Outlet kick. Might be turned over. Hume was there. Gives a hammer to Bowman. It was too hot for him. And now Brown, who's been busy for the first quarter for the Maroons. A foot. handball whistle goes.
It's going to be a free kick because of the runner.
Runner got in the way.
Runner got in the way, so it's going to go Leongatha's way.
That runner is Steve Hazelman too, has been around a little bit too. As Heppel on the end of it, right foot kick, delivery. Connor Little goes down on his knees and takes the mark. Switches kick out towards Hurrigan.
He does too. Hurrigan's got a short option as well and uses it beautifully as they go left to right in this ground. The Maroons, the visiting side, kicking to the right of Radio, trying to find a way through. McMahon's found himself, I'm sure that's McMahon.
Yep.
100 metres away from where we've seen him in the first 15 minutes of this game.
Good forwards work, high Poppy.
Yeah, they do too, but that's bloody real high, isn't it? He's aimed defensive 50 at the moment. The ball to be thrown back in. 25 minutes gone. Score's locked away. Good game here at Parrot Park as they go forward again. Can they find another one late? They can't. They fumble. The ball should be called by the umpire. It is called by the umpire. 55 metres from Leongatha's goals.
Heppel got busy early. Touches for Aaron Heppel. I sense he's had quite a bit of it.
9.
Good first
4
quarter.
kicks, 5 handballs.
D'Angelo squeezed a handball out to Cunico. Kick was smothered by Harding. It come off his knee, in fact. Wins the footy, though, Harding. Tries to get around Neocleus. That's hard to do. Had to give the handball to Bowman. His kick. Dangerous spot. Front spot. Little. Over the back was Pelicano. Nicely read from Cashmore. And the outlet kick, he had no one on. All Leongatha. Jack Hume gathers it. Left foot. Keeps it low. Membry takes the mark on the last line.
He does too, does it really nicely. So all of a sudden the tempo of this game is lifted, and it's been lifted by the Leongatha side as they go towards the outer side of the ground, and that is Harvey Neocleus, who's been pretty busy as well. Goes short, Cunico, just outside defensive 50. He goes the 1-2, back to Harvey. Ran well, under pressure, kicks along the line. Spills out the back of the pack. That's where the Parrots actually win the ball, and they go forward to Tristan Wack, who's taken the ball at centre half back. Player down to the background. Addy's onto that one. McMahon, grandstand wing, got a short option. That's McMahon. He's working hard. Now he's going to go to North.
Siren.
Just as the siren goes, we all breathe a sigh of relief. Really good quarter of footy, 26 and a half minutes that went for.
Hayden Lindsay just went down in those last seconds of that quarter. As the siren went, he actually got up and took off for a run. So looks like he's hurt his ribs maybe, holding on to his side there. So hopefully he's good for the next quarter.
All right, good quarter it was. Scores locked level. 3-1-19, Leongatha and Terrelgan. The first quarter for Metricon Homes is done. We're going to get to a quick break, and Addy's going to tell us what's happened from both the huddles after the special messages from our great little sponsors here on Gippsland Live. It is all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terrelgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terrelgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Everybody's favourite time of the week. Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from the Gippsland League, round 9. Number 1, Jet Killer in here from Mafra. A beautiful swoop in and pick up, gets through traffic. Benst is back though. What a lovely snag. Number 2, Justin Morrow from Moa here. A beautiful left foot kick. It just wobbles through the air, bounces, and goes over the line. Great work, Justin.
Goes around the body from Justin Morrow, and it's bouncing through. I tell you what, it's going to be a goal.
Number 3, Jacob Cunico from Terrelgan. The big dog stays down at the back of the pack, gets slung over his head, and it's through. How did he know where the goals were? An amazing effort. Number 4, the quick-thinking Cooper Rand from Sale. Ball bounces to the back of the pack. He sticks out the shoe and puts it through. A great goal. Number 5, Ethan East says, anything you can do, I can do better. This one out the ruck. Just puts the boot out and sends it home. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, welcome back. Parrot Park at quarter time, and the score's locked level. 3-1-19 apiece between Leongatha and Traralgon. It is second and third on the ladder. It is Gippsland Live. Great to have your company all. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. A great first quarter. 2 goals to Jackson McMahon for the Maroons, while 2 goals to Justin Pelicano for the Parrots. Here's Paul Carter with all the key stats. Thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new MUX and D-Max is now available at Gippsland Isuzu Ute, Princess Highway in Traralgon.
Leongatha won the inside 50s 13-6 that quarter, and they had the last 8 of those inside 50s. They certainly dominated the last 10 or 15 minutes. The clearances went the Parrots' way as well, 7-4, and centre clearances 4-3 also went Leongatha's way. Free kicks just 10 in that first quarter, 6 to Leongatha, 4 to Traralgon. 40 marks to Traralgon in that first quarter.
Wow.
And the big number also to Leongatha, 28. So both teams playing that possession football. Battle of the Ruckman saw Ben Willis with 6 head-outs, Jacob Warren 4, 3 to Tyler Anderson. Not a lot of stoppages, which meant the ball kept moving around. Aaron Heppel, 9 disposals for Leongatha, 6 to Luke Bowman. 5 apiece to Ben Harding and Kim Drew, and 3 to Sam Forrester. Of the ones we're following for Traralgon, it was 7 to Jordan Cunico, 6 to Ty Horrigan, 3 each to Jackson McMahon and Tristan Wack, and 6 to Louis D'Angelo.
I tell you one thing, Addy Howe was able to get out of the commentary box, go to both huddles and still be back. That's something Nick Lucchino wouldn't be able to do during the quarter-time breaks. Paul Carter just mentioned about the uncontested marks, or the amount of marks in this game. I reckon both sides would have spoken about that at quarter time because they wanted to use the middle part of the ground. Was that a key message at quarter time?
Was a key message. Both teams are definitely getting dangerous using that middle of the ground. Leongatha want to make sure they don't do any rushed forward handballs. We did see that a few times. It did kind of result in getting a forward entry for Traralgon there. Hayden Lindsay's all good to go. Traralgon want to make sure that they keep using both sides of the ground, switching it, going through the corridor, just playing dangerous, and yeah.
We saw a lot of that switching of the play, Poppy, didn't we? And on a big ground like this, it's super important to do that, but it's a taxing game.
Yeah, it is indeed. And I noticed that Troy Hamilton, and we highlighted it during the quarter, sort of spat Jordan McMahon, Jackson McMahon, out of that forward 50 area, back into the midfield, even a defensive midfielder, just to try to stop the tempo that Leongatha had lifted to. But at the start of this game, he's standing back in that goal square, left of radio in front of the scoreboard, and in front of him is McKenna and LaPrey. So the two tools play high and the short player plays deep. So very interesting as D'Angelo gives to Willerton, centre of Parrot Park.
Yeah, no one could go anywhere there. We've got a couple of scores around the grounds we'll get to in a moment. When we get a stoppage in play, we'll get those for you. As the umpire does it again in the middle. Warren does tap it down. We might go to those scores because we're going to get another stoppage. Here's Addy Howe in the Gippsland League.
For the Mid-Gippsland, Ballara Tarwin, Ballara 2 all 12, Tarwin 4-5 29, Hillen Yanar, Hillen 2-2 14, Yanar 3-5 23. Melbourne North versus MDU 4-0 24 to MDU 3-0 18. Back to you, Scud.
Back here, and over the top there was Walker. Got a handball from Leongatha. They went 1-2 from Jacob Warren. Now they get it to the outer side and they come back inboard. Nicely done. Kim Drew, although just couldn't quite get it to a teammate. It was picked off by Traralgon's ruckman in Tyler Anderson. His right foot kick, though, is going to miss the target of Lopez, and just land in the field of play. And it was a bit sloppy from the big man.
I'll just finish my scores for Mid Gippsland. Stony Creek Foster, Stony Creek 2-2-14, Foster 3-2-20. Thorpedale Fish Creek, Thorpedale 1-4-10, Fish Creek 3-2-20.
All right, ball the outer side of the ground now here. Parrot Park thrown back in, ground level. Leongatha have got the numbers. Can they find a way to break through? They do it ever so nicely through Harding. Along the line they go. And now they find themselves around about, well, just short of half forward flank, the Parrots. They go inside that forward 50. Pelicano's the target. Falls to the front of the pack. Claiming the mark, in fact, was Harrigan and getting paid the mark. So read the ball nicely. Needed 2 grabs, but took it. McMahon fed it off, and here they go through Whack to North. Left half-back flank, which is the grandstand side. Traralgon now kicking to the scoreboard end. Whack gets rid of his opponent. Well, ever so gently, with a bump that would have knocked me into next week. And they took the mark.
Leongatha worked well here, Poppy, with the defence.
They have 2 Argentos on the mark. Whack kicks long. Watch his target. It's McKenna, you feel. He jumps high, hands to it. Couldn't take it. Now at ground level, it's Ty Hall. Gives it off. Does it nicely. Jared Stewart goes short, finds a teammate.
He does. Aaron Heppel is that target on the grandstand side here at Leongatha. He'll chip over the top. Nice presenting from the small forward in Argento. And Argento wants to move it quickly. Stewart's there if he wants him short. Goes to him now, chipping over the top of the man on the mark. Stewart inboard kick. Can find his teammate in there. And that is Aidan Williams, the youngster. Williams, does he find Pelicano on the chest? I tell you what, we talk
a handful.
Yeah, and we are talking about a couple of big outs for Leongatha, but make no mistake, it's the youngsters of Leongatha holding them well. Williams is one of those. Bolge is another one. Lemurs is another. They've got some good kids coming through. Grab him, Andrews you can throw in there. So all of a sudden, are we starting to see some new names for this Parrot side who have been so good for so long? Pelicano right on 50. Works it back from right to left. No problem at all. And he loves it. Big Justin Pelicano's got 3 this afternoon.
3 goals to Pelicano. I just saw he actually gave Membry a fair bump before he actually went to go lead for that mark. So good use of his body there, which was awesome to see.
And Leongatha take the lead for the first time in the match at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. We're on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha 4-1-25, leading Traralgon 3-1-19. The little fella right down here, number 19 with Pella written across the back of the jumper.
Has to be the young one, surely.
Yeah.
Did he celebrate as well?
I think so, yeah.
Mum looked pretty happy, so I think that's a good result. Well done, Pelicano on fire. The informed forward of the players out there today for the Gippsland Live match of the day. Ball thrown up, nicely done. Anderson, ground level. Can they get it through? Willerton threads his way through. 1-2. Can he handball it out? He can, but he can't. Not to any real effect. A quick kick smothered. Falls in the hands of the opposition. That's Sam Forrester. Gives ground. Here we go. Chance for Traralgon from nothing. Can they goal? It's gone all the way through. Or has it? Has Reuters done it? It's touched. Wow.
Gee, that was lucky. Looked like a bit of miscommunication between those Leongatha boys there. Just went straight through the middle of all of them.
3-2-20 Traralgon trailing Leongatha 4-1-25.
Nash comes in at the feet of Hume. Good pick-up for a big man too. Gets back onto the right. Does he keep it in the field of play? Kim Drew says, yes, I'll take the mark. Drew loves to go inboard on the kick. He's got some options. Bowman's down the line. So is Pelicano and the Island. I suspect they go down the line. Warren's there as well. All the targets down the line. That's where he goes. Pelicano will be the one. Couldn't complete the contested mark, but found the boundary line. Allows the forwards now to reset. They gain some territory. Boundary throw in.
Look at Pelicano. He's like a dog with 2 tails.
High-fiving everyone, heading back to the goal square.
Yeah, he's come from full forward, contest centre wing. He did 5 high fives as he ran back. He's just loving life. Good on you, big fella.
They lead by 5, the Parrots. Bowman there after the boundary throw in. Now hit Lindsay, who's recovered from that hit before quarter time. Drew was there to Hume. Inboard handball back to Kim Drew. And now they've got the open ground. Davidson gives it to Forrester. Right in the middle of Parrot Park. Thumps it inside forward 50. It's a 1-on-3. And Ty Hourigan, well, might have been 1-on-5 because Hourigan's worth a couple down there. Takes the intercept mark and goes out to Whack.
He does too. Whack goes bang, finds North. Back pocket. Nicely done, Matty North. Just short of left half-back flank. Traralgon now kicking to the scoreboard end. To the left of your radio as you listen to Gippsland Live this afternoon. Can he find a winner here? Nicely done. Taken out of the contest, though, at the end of the day was Lapres. And at ground level. It's moved forward through Jay Walker. Can he find a winner? He can. Ooh. And can they find Pelicano? They can't this time. He falls to ground. Traralgon keep their feet, and one of those that kept their feet was Membry that gives to McMahon, and McMahon along the line. He just needs to be accurate because Cade Marsh had all the room in the world and he could have made something out of that, but instead he was beat to the ball by the boundary.
You've got to hit those kicks, don't you, boys? Even if you just go straight over, take some grass, take some territory. Marsh was all by himself then.
Yeah, you've got to hit him too. Spot on, Addy. 6 minutes into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. They've got a new date for their Moe Cup. It's on the 16th of November, Sunday. Leongatha lead it. They go forward again. They lead by 5. Chiseling kick from Drew. Found Ty Hall. Pelicano's one out. Hourigan's high. I suspect he'd go in that direction, but he chips it over the pocket. No one's manning the teammate down there, and Hall just spotted him up and found him in the forward pocket. And that teammate is one of these youngsters we talk about, Aiden Williams. And he certainly knows how to kick a goal, has done many a times in the juniors coming through. So Aiden Williams, slide angle. It's been a good little fight back after Traralgon kicked the first 2 goals of the game and looked the better side. They've steadied, and now Williams comes in, doesn't like it, goes to the far side, stays in the field of play. Island swoops on a ball, made something out of nothing, and they've got another one, the Parrots.
That's what you love from your big players, getting down, getting crumbing. It's just awesome. So we just saw that resulted from a silly little kick that didn't make it on the wing. So we just need to make sure that Traralgon hit those marks, hit those targets so that doesn't happen. I would be interested to see how many contests that Leongatha are winning, because it seems like they're dominating there.
And they've kicked the last 4 goals, the Parrots, and on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, they lead by 11 points. Leongatha at the 7-minute mark, 5-1-31, leading Traralgon 3-2-20. And it's in terms of the clearances, it was 7-4 in the first quarter, Addy, and it's 4-1 this quarter.
So the Parrots are certainly on their game, as this time the Maroons try to arrest what's been momentum towards this home side. Traralgon just can't get their game running, and it's to the credit of Leongatha, who are closing them down. Ball to be thrown up again. Right in the centre of Parrot Park. Nice tap down, goes away the Parrots. Ground level, D'Angelo tries to search for Willerton. He does, finds that player. Gives ground, Willerton gives it off to his teammate and Tate Marsh. Tate Marsh to Brown, and now they work their way through. Tripodi kicks, it's going to threaten the forward 50. LaPraze fights hard, back of the pack. Free kick goes Leongatha's way. It was 2-on-1, LaPraze can't believe it, but it's going to go the way of Xavier Bolge, who goes short. Yeah, nice leg.
Ooh, just the 15, Pop.
Just the 15, yeah, it's very close, about 9 metres. Jack Hume, defensive 50, grandstand side he goes. Diving chest mark, Jacob Warren, the big man, got down low, took the mark, right half-back flank.
Been a good recruit, Pop, for Leongatha.
Yeah, they've got a lot of these size-type players, size and height. Along the line he goes. Again, Traralgon hands to the ball, but they can't reel it in. Ground level, Pelicano.
Gee.
Nice eyes, nice hands, nice run. And on the end of it, Kim Drew. They just need to find a winner here. They've got some room to move. They're going to do it through Ben Harding. Inside forward, 50. Doesn't hit the target. The race is on to beat the boundary. Can they beat the boundary? No, they can't. 5 metres from Leongatha's goals. It was Aaron Heppel who... eyes lit up there for just a moment before the ball's going to be thrown back in. As I say, 5 metres from Leongatha's goals. Leongatha 5-1, Traralgon 3-2.
11 points is the margin. Pelicano grabs it out of the ruck, tries to get it to Heppel, who came through on the move, but Willerton was there. Kick around the body and gets to the outer side. Lopez tries a big don't argue. He's going to be caught.
A bit lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. Normally...
I thought he tried to take on the tackler then.
Well, Leongatha actually are arguing that point. He tried the don't argue, and it was a good tackle by Harding. But in the end, umpire set a stoppage on the outer side. Willis, although that time it was Anderson, out the back. Quick handball releases Forrester, who tried to kick around his body, standing underneath it. On the outer side at the defensive 50 was D'Angelo.
Yeah, Cooper Brown did some good body work that allowed D'Angelo the time to take that mark. Otherwise, he would have been in a spot of bother.
Yeah, talk about body work. There's some good work for Dylan Lopez. Just got enough separation to take the mark on the wing from that kick. And Lopez's kick goes high down. He was out of bounds.
What?
So he was out of bounds when he kicked it. The umpire called play on. And as Lopez took a couple of steps, the umpire said
ball's
you're
coming
out of
back,
bounds, yes.
Mate, if they called that every time that happened, it happens at least a dozen times a game.
So now
at least.
the central umpire now is talking to the boundary umpire, and he said that you called play on. He took a couple of steps on the outer side, and that's out of bounds.
It happens You watch AFL footy tonight, if you're listening to this call, you'll see
right.
players outside the boundary, play on's the call, they bring the ball back into play.
Beautiful tap from Willis down to Heppel. And Heppel found Stewart in the middle of the ground. They give the old 1-2. Kim Drew's there. Got around the tackler. Left foot kick from Drew to the free man in there is Lemurs. Clinical play. And it started from big Benny Willis and Aaron Heppel of that contest, didn't it, Addie?
Yeah, Traralgon really need to get on top of Leongatha with these contests. They're really utilising their contests in there, and they're getting it straight out, straight to another player and straight in their forward 50.
So Xavier Lemurs, a under-18 Gippsland League representative a couple of years ago, might have even been captain of that side, which was well coached, if I must say so myself. As Lemurs comes in for Leongatha's 6th goal? No, not quite.
Have we figured out if it's Lemurs or Lammers yet?
I'm going with Lemurs.
Lemurs?
Yep.
Sounds cooler.
And if the parents are here, feel free to come into the commentary box and tell me otherwise. I apologise if I'm getting it wrong.
5-2-32, Leongatha, 2-goal lead over Traralgon, 3-2-20.
And if it's not Lemurs, it should be. That's what I'll,
Someone's at the door.
Here we go. Oh, look at the size of Mr. Lemurs. Here we go. The ball out, the intersection of forward 50 and boundary. Leongatha continue their attack as they've done from late in the first quarter. 5-2-32. You've just heard from Paul Carter. Traralgon 3-2-20. Traralgon jumped out to a start. Leongatha reeled them in and now are applying the pressure again. And they do it right now on the edge of their forward 50. Quick kick forward!
Oh, it's going to work.
Nice mark. It's going to fall in the arms, I think, of Ty Hall, is it?
Yep.
So Ty Hall, who's been busy and things haven't gone his way at times today through no fault of his own, but a quick, innocuous kick from a pack, and he was in the right spot at the right time, which is 30 metres from goals, 13 minutes gone of this second quarter. So Ty Hall walks this one in, off the boot, looks neat. Parrots are pretty happy, and so they should be. The lead extends, and it extends by another 6 behind, is Paul Carter.
Goes to 18 points on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha are now 6-2-38, leading Traralgon 3-2-20. And we've played 13 and a half minutes of the second quarter.
Leongatha have kicked the last 5 goals of the game. Wow. The last goal that the Maroons got was back at the 12-minute mark of the first quarter. It is worrying signs there for Traralgon at the moment, all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club.
And once again, that goal came from a contest straight. Leongatha won it out of the contest again. Troy Hamilton would have to look at this and sort of reevaluate their midfield and their contest work because they need to get on top of Leongatha.
So they've done that by putting McMahon into the centre, hoping for some drive out of there because they're just not winning that ball at all. Willis gets the tap again. Can he get the ball out? He can't. Nicely done.
It's gone.
Oh, McMahon just held on to it. In fact, he was waiting for it, but he just couldn't get the ball from D'Angelo. Held just a bit too long and now ends up with Kimmy Drew. Plays on, goes short. Another 10 to 15 metre kick with Cunico on the mark. He goes laterally and ends up with BGA. And now through Hayden Lindsay.
Oh, hang on, there's
they
a
go
free
inside forward 50, or do they?
Yeah, I think there's a free kick down the ground. There's going to be a report or a send-off here, guys.
It's going to be Traralgon's way.
Harvey Neoklis' ball.
So it is a send-off. Pelicano, is that a red?
Oh,
That is a red card.
So he's off for the game?
He is reported and off for the game, I believe. That's what a red card is. And it was a red. Justin Pelicano, this is big news.
And the little boy with the Pelicano jumper's taking it off and he's jumping on it.
Well, more importantly, though, he could be done. And he put down, was it Membry or Connor Little down in as he was running back to the goal. And now they're just telling people to calm down on the bench. This is
a game changer.
It certainly is. If that's a red card, which I believe I just caught a glimpse of it through the binoculars, and it was a red card. Meanwhile, Heppel from the wing wins it, kicks it to Hume. They're going to be one short as Heppel looks up. It's Hume that looks up now. He's got an open forward line. No one's down there for Leongatha. He's going to go to the pocket where Ty Hall presents. Coming across Membry. Takes a strong contested mark.
Well, Membry was the opposition player to Pelicano, who takes the mark and now finds his teammate in Cooper Brown, right back pocket. Leongatha flooding across the ground to stop any leakage out of that defensive 50. He goes short as a result. Nicely done, Connor Little. He goes long along the line. They need to find a winner here. They just haven't been able to threaten their forward 50 too many times this quarter at all.
Just got a feeling with a red card. I think after 15 minutes you can replace the player, but Pelicano's day is done. So they're not one short for the entire game. I believe it's only 15 minutes that they're short.
So it'll be all of this quarter and a portion of the next quarter.
Yep.
Which gives Leongatha a bit of time to settle. They go forward again. They do it through Bowman. Top of the square. Ball front of the pack. Rode beautifully. Here's another chance. Quick kick for goal. And Nick Argentos goes across the face of goal. They're relentless though. Here's another one around the corner. A contender. If it's accurate, and it was not.
Leongatha roved really well then. They're one short and they all were there. They were down on the ground. They were picking up the ground balls, which was awesome.
6-3-39, Leongatha leading Traralgon 3-2-20.
So Brad Davidson inaccurate at that time. Tristan Wack tries to be a bit more accurate as he comes out of defence.
Yeah, looks for North, but couldn't quite get it out there. A quick kick from around the body was from Harding to go back in. Wack comes the other direction hard. On all fours there was Heppel. Now trying to run it out of the back half was Neocleus. Handball over the top now to Marsh. Marsh's kick finds Willardon on the wing. This is a time the Maroons need to put the foot down and really capitalise. They've got the advantage in terms of numbers at the moment. Pelicano's off as the kick. It was a slow one. Nicely done by Travis Nash. So the Maroons trail by 19 points, but they've got the extra man on the field at the moment.
So where do you put your extra? Where do you play your loose man?
I've got to go around the footy for me.
Yeah.
It's a big ground around the footy. Can they find something here? Forrester had a little half moment, but he had all the time in the world. He picked the footy up and went across to Nash, and Nash goes short to Bowman. Nearly knocked himself out as he went to ground, but again stands up. There's no pressure from the Maroons. That's their problem at the moment. Lemurs has it on the outer side.
They're just these little 10, 15 metre kicks just chipping away, annoying.
Yep, and this will tax Traralgon as well. There's no pressure at the moment. To come the second half, they might not have any pressure at all. Ball gets to the back at half forward. Working there was Cashmore. The switching kick. There's no one really there to switch. Tripodi's got some wheels. Hume's there. Brown's going to be clean, and he wasn't. Hume and Tripodi. Tripodi was clean. Nicely done. Kicks to the outer side where Wax on his own and takes the chest mark. He switches it out wide and finds on the outer side. Is it Neocleus?
Look at the
Gets
room
the
they've got
Cade Marsh.
here. He does too. Marsh now looks up, but he sees a fair bit of green. It's not St Pat's Day, it's Leongatha, and they're just blocking all the holes, and he gives the ball up ever so easily. A mark's taken on the halfback flank, and the Parrots will just work their way forward again. They do it through Island, outer side of the ground, Patrick Island. Traralgon 3-2-20, haven't seen them score for a period of time. Leongatha 6-3-39. They go towards the half-forward flank, and Tristan Wack takes a good strong mark, good pack mark, and then change direction again. But this is where they're breaking down unless D'Angelo can find some room. He does to Cunico. Draws a player over the top. Nicely done. Willerton, their best chance. Short option. Comes from Marsh. Waits. Stops and waits. Does LaPraise. And there he kick. It's a shocker. Goes searching for a teammate. It was
great
a grubber.
tackle.
Good tackle. LaPraise, a second chance. A kick from a standing start. North. Can he bring it in? He can't. And it's rushed through as a behind. Bang, crash, boom. It was like a Batman Robin movie for a minute. And finally a score.
Traralgon to 3-3-21 on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. 3 straight goals behind Leongatha at 6-3-39, 20-minute mark.
Good work by Levi Hickey there to get his hand on it and to rush it through. Forrester goes to the outer side. Hayden Lindsay takes the mark and plays on. Long raking right foot kick to a couple of one-on-ones. Connor Little and Paddy Island. Island became the spoiler and put it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
I actually went down to the boundary with my boundary rider duties.
Good job.
And thank you, I'm back. I have found out that it was a behind play hit from Pelicano on either Membry or Little.
Oh, nice. Okay, good work. Tell you what, Boxer would never do that. Get out of the box mid-quarter as McMahon put it inside forward 50 from the stoppage to find Hourigan, who's gone forward, but this is a tough shot. Kicking towards the Strzelecki end of the ground here at Leongatha.
How many times did Traralgon have to rely on this move? How many?
Yeah, every week it seems. So Hourigan, he's side trailed by 18 points. They've got the extra man at the moment. It's a big moment of the game for the Moore Bowling Club as Ty Hourigan comes in. They go to him every single time, and that is why, Poppy, that's why they flick the switch and roll him from back to forward. He's still playing as a defender, but he gets forward in dangerous spots, and he puts it through. And Terrelgan, much needed goal.
Very much needed goal. Ty Hourigan can do it all. Do you put him in the forward line now? Do we see what he can do for the rest of the quarter?
I think so. Wack's been quite good down back, so I would definitely do that, Addy.
He has done some very hard gut running. He's had about 3 or 4 kicks when it comes out of their back line, so he's done awesome. I think we should put one at each end and see how it goes.
Yeah, well, he's in the midfield at the moment, right on the ball. So,
thinking the same, Addy. I was thinking cloning, actually.
Yes.
The 21-minute mark of the second quarter on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, we have Terrelgan now 4-3-27. They're trailing Leongatha by 2 goals. The Parrots are on 6-3-39.
Considering Pelicano's not down there, you would move one of your tools down to your forward line, I reckon.
Okay, yeah, good observation. Here we go. So, Hourigan, he's in the centre, and he's chosen to plug a few holes here. Let's see if he can get on the end of another one. Yeah, he does, but how long? Thumped it forward 20 metres. Just gets some working. High tackle. Goes away at Terrelgan. Is that young Neocleus again? Can't pick it. It is Harvey. He's not happy. He's not a happy Harvey. Inside the centre square. Grabs the ball. He's going to go long. Where's the target? It's going to be LaPraise. Can he take the ball? He can't. Hourigan in the front. I tell you what, don't tell me. He couldn't be. LaPraise. LaPraise it is. So in the blink of an eye, they can get themselves within to one straight kick, this Terrelgan side. They hadn't scored for a heck of a long time. It was a 12-minute mark of the first quarter before Ty Hourigan put one through. And now in the space of 60 seconds, they could have their second. Lopez. Here we go. Dylan LaPraise, 45-degree angle. Will kick from 40 metres. That staggered start. I reckon he might have pulled it across the face of goal.
Gee, that looked
he has.
Real awkward, Poppy, didn't it?
Yeah. He
got close to the man on the mark
as well. Stabbed at it, yeah.
4-4-28. Terrelgan trailing Leongatha by 11 points. Parrots 6-3-39.
Young members looking to join up with a racing club. The Moe Racing Club is the place to go. They've got the little exciting new young members enclosure about to open up out there at Moe. And the kick goes wide from Leongatha. Bulge has it for this Parrot side. They lead by 11, closing in on half-time. Bulge goes down the line. There's lots of numbers on the outer side. Davison is there, and so is Wack and Connor Little.
He's been good today, Wack.
Yeah, he's been very good. So Tristan Wack goes back to where it just came from. Target is Lopez. Bulge with a sport. Couldn't get there. Nice contested mark.
Turn and go quick, though.
It's one-on-one. He does that. McMahon presents and hits him up. Play on to the umpire. Good spoil by Levi Hickey. Hayden Lindsay squeezed a handball out to Ty Hall. Hall's under pressure. He'll just dump it out. Terrelgan there. Wack's got the sit on this one again. Well read. Tristan Wack too far out to score though. But he will put it back inside forward 50. Hourigan's on Hume.
McMahon.
They go McMahon and Hourigan. Hourigan 3 deep. He has taken it. Great work by Ty Hourigan.
He was ridiculous.
Jackson McMahon.
He's not human.
No. He's never going to get there until the last minute.
Never.
Last second even. Microsecond.
Tristan Wack, 7 disposals this quarter, but 3 intercept marks. 2 of them contested intercept marks.
So Ty Hourigan, he got the last one. He's a midfielder now. He's rolled forward. Is he going to get 2 in a couple of minutes and get his side back in this? No, this time he misses.
But Ty Hourigan has brought them back into the game in this last quarter.
100%.
He's doing everything.
Terrelgan 4-5-29, trailing Leongatha 6-3-39. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 25 minutes played.
Sam Forrester brings the ball back into play, goes short, nice option. Finds his teammate there, and that was BGA. So BGA goes along the line too. He'll find himself at about the half-back flank. Good mark.
Whack.
Gigi Lee took another intercept pack mark around the half-back line, but they got the runners now, the Parrots, and they do it so beautifully. On the end of that one was Jay Walker, who goes short, finds his teammate in Argento, inside forward 50. Good running, good leg, and Lemurs Lamer.
We haven't had the knock on the door, so we might be okay.
All right, I might add a bit more mayonnaise to that. Lamer goes inboard forward 50. Now a shot on goal across the face. Pocket out the back. They've got the set. Falls to the Leongatha small forward. Can they get a kick?
Oh,
They can.
handball.
But nicely done by Wack. A handball over the top to North. And off they go, the Maroons. They work their way out. They do it nicely. They've got some space with Cutico adding some pace across the half-back line.
Yeah, he drives a right foot into it to open. There is McMahon. Jacko goes up. Can't complete it. Levi Hickey. No, that occasion it was Grabham Andrews on him. McMahon goes quick, tries to get it top over to the Hourigan. It's 1-on-2. Hourigan's the one. A bit of body work, nicely done by Hayden Lindsay and some support from Warren. And now Bowman tries to get the kick away to the outer side. Nicely done. It was Walker. Chiselled one into Ireland. Ireland's got a handball out wide to Hall. Hall wants to go backwards, but the numbers are there. You need to go forwards. And he does just that. And he gets it towards Stewart. Inboard handball to Bowman. He went to go have a bounce and decided to kick. Just in the field of play, no. Out of bounds on the full. And Willerton. No, it isn't. How did I get this confused? Oh, no, I thought it might have been Whack for a minute, but it was actually Jack Cashmore. His kick, though, is turned over and Walker takes the uncontested mark. Well, it's been a bit frantic the last couple of minutes, but Traralgon are back in it. 10 points now they trail by. Walker's kick to the wing. Hall's there. McMahon, Tommy gets a fist up and finds the boundary line. Boundary throw in on the outer side.
There was no movement there. Everyone was just at a bit of a standstill. But I've got a score update for the Gippsland Power Boys down at Morwell. It is game. They won 62-59.
Wow, good comeback. All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture there.
Yep, so nicely done. Ball back at the outer side. Ball thrown in. Umpire plays the free kick. Indiscretion goes the way of Leongatha.
Going to Ruckman. Yep.
It is. Yeah, so it'll go the way of Jacob Warren, who gives off to Kim Drew, who goes towards centre half forward.
Siren.
Nicely done. That's the siren. Wow, half-time score, Paul Carter.
Is 6-3-39 Leongatha, 10-point lead over Traralgon, who are 4-5-29.
Yeah, good fight back by the Parrots. Scores level at quarter time. 3-1 in the quarter to Leongatha. But just repeating, Justin Palicano has been given a red card and he will spend the rest of the game on the bench. So we believe during that third quarter they will be able to replace that player and equalise it again. But Traralgon were playing with an extra man there in the latter half. They only managed one goal out of that, though. That came through Ty Hourigan. And as we said, the final score, the score there at halftime is 4-5-29 Traralgon trailing Leongatha 6-3-39. You're listening to Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Everybody's favourite time of the week. Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from the Gippsland League, round 9. Number 1, Jet Killer in here from Mafra. A beautiful swoop in and pick up, gets through traffic. Benst is back though. What a lovely snag. Number 2, Justin Morrow from Moa here. A beautiful left foot kick. It just wobbles through the air, bounces and goes over the line. Great work, Justin.
Goes around the body from Justin Morrow, and it's bouncing through. I tell you what, it's going to be a goal.
Number 3, Jacob Cunico from Terralgan. The big dog stays down at the back of the pack, gets slung over his head, and it's through. How did he know where the goals were? An amazing effort. Number 4, the quick-thinking Cooper Rand from Sale. Ball bounces to the back of the pack. He sticks out the shoe and puts it through. A great goal. Number 5, Ethan East says, anything you can do, I can do better. This one out the ruck. Just puts the boot out and sends it home. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. Current marking lead exactly. Look up some nine. Round 10 back. Lead. Half-time rest. They know. Big 6 goals, 3-39. They lead for over 4-5-29. 10-point margin for the Parrots. Scores for 11. First run. Goal scorers in a half goal. Justin Colorado, 6-3.
I don't know whose that is. That's mine.
try and keep it. Try and help Berry. Try to get themselves back in the game. What can that be? Something that could control that. Maybe momentary loss of concentration, which led to him being, I believe, Rick Carter's up around what was being get the game to control half rate. He's still beaten it out somewhat from the over we're trying to bring Annie Howe back in the
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we're looking around the ground stores.
Down, Harkins down. Here at half-time, he is leading out to 6-3-39. 4-5-29, that's the half-time record done. After the race, we'll take it. Oh, I'm all good actually. Yeah, honestly fine. Thanks, Bex, for that.
Welcome back. Half-time has come and gone. Umpires back out there. Both clubs are back out there as well. Lee and Gather in the huddle. They do lead it by 10 points at the moment. Big quarter coming up. 6-3-39 Lee and Gather. Traralgon a 4-5-29. And just looking out, I did mention that Traralgon have got Steve Hazelman as their runner. Cooper Alga is the runner out there for Lee and Gather at the moment. Of course, his younger brother, Jasper Alga, will make his debut for the Richmond Football Club on Sunday, tomorrow afternoon. So good luck to the Alga family. No doubt Coop's a mad Richmond supporter as well. So with the younger brother running around for his debut game, no doubt that him and the family, his dad Dean will be down there supporting obviously Jasper, who will run around in the black and yellow. Of course, Coop plays here at Lee and Gather. Unfortunately, though, with the injury that he sustained at the end of last year, the concussion, he just hasn't been able to get back on the park. And we hope that Coop's all well and obviously enjoying his role as the runner for the Parrots this afternoon. What do we see this game panning out? Everyone's picked Traralgon except for myself. Do anyone want to change their tips? Paul Carter?
No, thank you.
No, Pop?
No. Look, I'm expecting Traralgon to win still with a little bit of breathing space in this game. I think their run deep into the game will start to come to the fore. They've got a good quality side out there. They just need to play their game. At the moment, they're being dominated by Lee and Gather in a lot of areas. But I think the best thing that could have been happened is that half-time break.
Why?
Because I needed to eat. And I just let go of a big burp now halfway through that recap.
I'll stay with my tip.
All right. Third quarter is about to get underway. Addie, you changing or staying?
I'm staying. I think if Traralgon capitalise on having an extra, then Traralgon.
All right, let's see how they go in the opening third quarter. Anderson tapped it down. Bowman, though, picked it up and hit the kick towards half forward. Membry, though, comes off his opponent and then wins the footy, drives it to half forward. North is out there. A little kick off the ground and finding the boundary line nicely. Out there was Walker.
He's done that really well, Membry, getting off his player and picking the right time when to do it as well.
They've done a couple times today.
So boundary throw in on the outer side. Ruckman in big Warren and Anderson. Warren in the front spot, taps it down. The runner is there, but it's all Traralgon, and it's Cunico. Will kick around the body. Reuter's really the first one. He taps it back over the shoulder. Nicely done. Cade Marsh runs onto it. Open forward line. Jackson McMahon worked underneath the footy. Roving it nicely back there was Grabham Andrews. Gives a handball back to Jack Hume, whose defensive outlet kick missed the target. And he actually might have wanted the boundary line on the outer side because he thumped it and got it away 60 metres away from the goal, and another boundary throw in.
So Traralgon in with attack, kicking to the town end. Trailing from half-time, 10-point margin of this. That's what they went into the half-time break at. We're only a minute and a half into this third quarter, but a quick kick forward, falls in the arms of Louis D'Angelo, plays on quickly, out the back North. I reckon he's got it.
Yep.
I reckon the pack of players, the little fella's got it.
Good call, Pop.
Good strong hands. Matt North, the chance to bring the away side, the Maroons, to within a straight kick. It's not bread and butter from here.
Around the body kick too, Pop.
It's going to be. He's around the body, he does, and he's usually a good finisher. This is very close. He's very happy. Traralgon are back on the board.
This is what Traralgon want. This is what they need. They need fast entries into their tall players, into their forward 50, and really nail those kicks straight through the goals.
And that goal's come at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard and brings Leongatha's advantage back to 4 points. Traralgon 5-5-35, trailing the Parrots 6-3-39.
Well, exactly right. They got the last goal of the second quarter and now started well in the third. We've got a game on, and in the scheme of things, this is huge. Maroons need a win to stay in that top 3. And Leongatha, we know they're undermanned, but they're at home and they want to stay in the top 2. They go forward again to the Maroons. Willardon at half forward, just had a couple of bites and left it behind. Kim Drew was there. He kicked it to wing and found Argento. Argento turns and comes back in board. He's got Heppel all on his own. He marks. He wants to go quickly, although Wax on his own. So he goes short. Hourigan with a double fist. There was Brock Davison. Wins the footy. Handballs out to Forrester. Forrester's kick to the pocket's a good one. And he can find Williams. Aidan Williams right on 50. He wants a target. He'll kick to the point of the square. Island's the target. Whack with a fist. The third man up and found the boundary. Boundary throw in.
This is what Traralgon are doing. They're using Whack as their spare, and he's just going to every contest, putting a fist to every contest that he can.
Yeah, good observation. Eddie's been very good down there, as good as Hourigan's been. Whack's right up there. He doesn't mind letting people know he's around the place either, too. Ball thrown back in, 10 metres from Leongatha's goals. Grand level, D'Angelo grabs ball. He, in turn, is grabbed. Ball up, 45-degree angle, 20 metres from Leongatha's goals. The home side lead by 4 points. Ball thrown up. Anderson maybe got a tap. Can he go ground level? He can. Underground handball. D'Angelo got the opposition player high. Unfortunate, but it was nicely done too by Kim Drew. That fought hard for the ball. And on the slightest of angles, well, 45 degrees, but 20 metres out, he should open up the score again.
D'Angelo is not happy with that call.
No. Oh, look, it was a tough one. D'Angelo got down as low as he could.
He's sideways on the mark.
He's sideways on the mark.
I think he's been told to stand, and now he can't move.
He's standing. It looks a bit awkward. Off the mark. Well, that was it. Kim Drew thought to himself, what's he doing on the mark?
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that more often.
Leongatha 6-4-40, 5 points to the better of Traralgon. 5-5-35, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, almost 5 minutes played.
How silly is the rule, though? Umpire says stand and D'Angelo can't move. That's it. Just on the on the side. As Whack had it. He drives it out to the wing area. Hourigan's the target. Why not go there? Couldn't complete the mark. Nash overruns it. At ground level. Leongatha on the bottom of the pack. And not going anywhere. Nicely done there from Hourigan. We've got a stoppage. It's a 5-point margin. Leongatha hold on to it at the moment. Jacob Warren to do the ruck duties, this time with Anderson. Nicely done. Roving it on that occasion was Hourigan. To Tom McMahon, to D'Angelo. Kick towards half forward. Lopez the target, worked underneath it. Reuters in a good spot. Handballs over the shoulder. Not there though, and nicely done it was from Lindsay. Although quick kick from Cunico. Goes back inside forward 50. Standing underneath it, waiting for it. Graham Andrews had to work hard. Now they're in trouble. Umpire said yes, holding the ball. Stewart got nabbed. That was a great tackle by your man, Jackson McMahon, who has 2 this afternoon.
Well, he needs 4 in the second half. He's promised you a half dozen.
He did. bumped into him before the game as I was driving around. He actually stopped the car and wanted him to tell something to me. And that's exactly what he said in front of his teammates as well. It was that I'm going to kick 6. Well, he's got 2. He side needed to take the lead. Slight angle, 40 metres out. Jacko McMahon puts it through. Jacko's got 3. And more importantly, the Maroons have got the opening 2 goals of the third quarter to take the lead.
3 goals to McMahon. Traralgon just made something out of absolutely nothing. They had nobody in their forward line then and just fought for it. Traralgon really pushing up the ground there, so they've got to make sure that they push hard and push hard back.
And the lead has swung back to Traralgon at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The Maroons are 6-5-41, leading Leongatha 6-4-40.
And we've played nearly 7 minutes. That's important, as Eddie pointed out at half-time. That means that we can have a 18th player on the ground for Leongatha, repeating that Pelicano was sent off with 13 minutes to go of that second quarter, red-carded for an indiscretion behind play. So Leongatha have had the challenge laid at their feet.
Sorry, Pop, did you just say that happened now? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
it has?
I
think it has happened. I can't see a spare player out there.
Okay, so they're out. They're back to even Steven, 18 aside.
Good call, Pop.
Thank you, mate. Taking me 6 years. Ball thrown back up in the centre of Parrot Park. Coming through nicely. Drew picks up the ball, dodges a quick kick from Forrester around the corner, half-forward flank. Can he find a teammate? He went searching for Ty Hall. He couldn't take the ball. Traralgon have got the numbers to apply the pressure, one of which was Willerton. Willerton works the ball towards the boundary and keeps the ball in play. Yes, he does. It was only centimetres from the boundary line, but the central umpire will take this one and ball this one up in just a moment.
So about 1.5 metres in from the boundary line, so this will be danger spots for the ruckman. They don't want to put it over the line. They hold it back in. On that occasion was McKenna. He tapped it, then grabbed it himself, and then got caught by Big Benny Willis. So Willis has the free kick on the wing area. Down the line is Ireland on Little. Little's got some body work. Wack will be the third one. Wack didn't quite complete the end. D'Angelo good. Gave a quick one off to Cashmore. Inboard to Hurrigan. Running quickly was Lemurs. Couldn't quite get there to affect the kick. It goes to the outer side. Out in front of Jacko McMahon. Twisting and turning inside of Levi Hickey. Turns around him and Jacko delivers towards Lopez. Can't complete the mark by one hand. Hebel over the shoulder. Neatly done. Matt North quickly away across the face. It's a minor score.
Deserved more.
Gee, Jacko McMahon is lighting it up.
Traralgon are so dangerous when they can get their handball receives and those quick handballs. We've seen in previous games where they've had a whole handball change straight from the middle and they can get it straight through to the goals.
Traralgon now leading by 2 points, 6-6-42 to 6-4-40.
So Forrester brings the ball back into play to Hume. Left back pocket. Goes back to whence it come at full back. Let's see if they can't work it out. The Parrots through the outer side. Well, not a whole lot of options, but there is one short, and that's the one they choose. As they go short and towards the half-back flank. They're doing what they've done in that second quarter. Harding with the ball now. 3 or 4 possessions, but still outside defensive 50, or still are not outside defensive 50. Now they are. Now they've got some run. Now they've got some space. Now they've got an option in forward. This could be a walk-up start. Can it be? They go looking for Williams. He dropped what he should have taken. Play on's the call. Nicely done. It was. Patrick Ireland nearly got hands in it, but Connor Little provided enough of a nuisance to bring that ball to ground.
Tell you what, the youngsters have got pace, haven't they? Lemurs, Aiden Williams, and then Ireland as well. Just couldn't quite complete it though. Boundary throw in, dangerous spot for the Maroons defence. They fight for it at ground level, does D'Angelo. Umpire waits, he's on the bottom of the pack. Umpire says no, too many numbers around it, my ball.
With that kick to Ireland, do you reckon they could have put it more towards the commentary side so that he could have run onto that more himself?
Yep, the youngsters will learn on the inside forward 50s. D'Angelo again. And they wrap him up this time. Argento gets him. A third stoppage. 10 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's. Try the new McCafe blend today. Smoother, bolder, better. I'm loving it. And this game is a cracker too. 2 points, Traralgon lead. Out the back there was Harding trying to crash his way through, but he got tackled by by Tripodi. It's camped at the moment.
Nearly every player is in their 50.
Yep. They're certainly all forward to centre, that's for sure, Addy. As Whack gets it from the stoppage, dumps it out. It's 1-on-1. North went for the chest mark, got spoiled. Neocleus in heavy traffic. Good handball to McMahon. Kicks it forward. There's no one there. Absolutely no one. Open spaces. Forrester runs back for it.
Look at the pace.
Quickly closing with the first gamer. Steps around 1 or 2. Forrester with experience. Willis goes back by foot. Finds a teammate on this side. It's Bo Grabham Andrews. He has a bounce. He chips it to the wing. And the youngster Williams will elevate and mark. Turns around as Williams. He's got one over the back in the Warren. Does it get to him? The big fella's got to get there. Nicely done by Cashmore to come in and cause enough of a contest to find the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
So right in front of our Gippsland Live commentary position. 11.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Leongatha 6-4, Terrelgan 6-6. Ball half forward flank. Leongatha into attack. Kicking to the scoreboard end. Ball goes out the back. Nicely done.
Heppel.
Taken by Heppel. Heppel handballs it off. Now within 10 metres of goal. Back of the pack. Can't be taken. Nice kick around the corner. Not enough purchase on that one. And Ireland kicks the ball out of play on the full. And Terrelgan will have time to compose themselves and select the best of a number of options.
Just an AFL score update. North Melbourne 84 to Carlton 54.
Well, all of a sudden, 5 goals down, but they might be running out of time. Ball comes back into play. Terrelgan through Cunico towards the left half-back flank. Beats players, beats the boundary. It'll be a boundary throw-in.
Jacob Cunico on that occasion. Had a bit of a quiet afternoon, but I reckon I've called it incorrectly a few times as well. So apologies to young Jacob. So we've got a boundary throw-in. Game on, of course. 2 points of margin. Leongatha go forward again. Forrester to Heppel. Heppel got boot to ball. Out the foot race. This guy's quick. Jay Walker gathers it. Goes to Argento. Gets around Willetton only just. Goes back inboard. Kim Drew's there. Jordan Cunico comes the other way. But we've got a dumping sling tackle after Argento got rid of the football. Hume presents. He's a good target, Hume, because Marsh is small. Argento to the pocket. And finds. Good one. Grab. Clunk. Jacob Warren, the ruckman. Hard up on the boundary line, though. This will be a tough shot from there for the big ruckman. That's not insinuating that ruckman can't kick goals from there. It's just a tight angle. And he decides not to have a shot. Puts it at the top of the square. Ireland and Jack Hume. Well, I called it a couple of seconds earlier. Jack Hume with the height. Advantage over his defender. Directly in front. This is what a good wingman does.
I'm just looking to where Hirrigan might be.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I just can't see him there at the minute.
Just had a look at the bench. He's not on.
No, he's on the outer side.
Oh, yeah, on the
half-forward
wing.
flank. So
there you go.
This is when you rob Peter the pay Paul.
Yep.
You end up pickpocketed yourself.
They trail by 2. Jack Hume comes in, likes it. The Parrots get the lead back at the 13.5-minute mark of the third quarter.
Both teams are thriving off this fast footy with the handball chains, which is both resulting in goals for both teams, which we have seen in this quarter.
And Hume puts the Parrots back in front at the 14-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Leongatha at 7-4-46, leading Terrelgan 6-6-42.
All right, centre break important now for Terrelgan. As they've fought their way back manfully into this game, but
look at the size difference on this wing with Tate Marsh and Jack Hume. It's a shoulders and a head taller than Tate Marsh. And when he goes deep forward from that stoppage, I think Marsh might be thinking, I need help.
Yeah, I reckon you're right too. As Willis gets the tap down, can't find a clear passage through the umpire. You'd think will take control. He does. Jordan McMahon has a bit of a chat to the umpire. He hasn't done that for about 12 seconds. He loves a chit-chat. Ball back in. Willis, front position, takes the tap. Can he find a teammate? He can't. Nicely done. Cunico, a quick kick forward. That's Jordan.
Oh, Hume.
Flank. Oh. Hume takes a mark. He's been good, hasn't he? Kicked the goal and now took a mark. Flying with the flight of the ball. LaPraise is on the mark. Geez, I tell you what, that was a short kick again.
14.45.
All right, yeah, they're going short. These little chip kicks just are very frustrating as Ben Harding gets on the end of this one. Look behind play. LaPraise providing a bit of a contest. Look more like a UFC fight as BGA goes short towards Nash, half-back flank. See, they've used the ball 7 or 8 times and gone nowhere. Hume now has to go long, kicks to space. So they've done the work. They've brought Terrelgan in, and now through Heppel will spread the ball quickly. Outside, though, Traralgon have got the numbers. First player there is going to be Cashmore. Goes in towards the corridor. Nicely done. Good work, Tripodi. He's got a runner, but he's got an option in Jordan Cunico again. Through the corridor, he wants to go. Goes long, too much air, or is it? Provide the option out the back, the ball goes. They need a runner here, the Maroons, but the runners are with the Parrots. Provide a good contest.
Well done.
Left half forward flank, the ball will be thrown back up. Good work there by Xavier Bowles.
So ball at half forward, 16-minute mark, third quarter for McDonald's. Peak chicken is upon us, guys. The new McWings at Macca's are very good. Heppel and Bowman work hard. Bowman squeezed to Hamble out to Kim Drew. Through the middle they go. Open forward line. Connor Little's going to go back with a flight. To Traralgon, crash into each other. Warren gets it. Goes towards Lemurs. Wax closing. Lemurs spins around on the left. Beautifully done to Ty Hall. Lee and Gather play the team game. And well done through the middle of the ground, Kim Drew.
The Traralgon players just took each other out. There was no one on their feet. They took both of each other out.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for the two defenders. Now directly in front, Ty Hall. He side leads by 4. And Ty Hall looks to get his second of the afternoon. A slow, deliberate approach. It's a game of football for sure. And Ty Hall snuck it home. And they celebrate the Parrots. They extend the lead.
Out to 10 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. Lee and Gather are now 8-4-52, leading Traralgon 6-6-42.
Ty Hall with a good work, nicely done by the youngster too in Lemurs to centre that football back to Ty Hall. And again, the forwards are nice and open. I like the way Lee and Gather just holding onto the ball. It's a big ground. The chip and hold onto it, look after it, protect the footy, let Traralgon defend, makes it hard for them.
Yeah, they're getting themselves into a position where it'll be hard for Traralgon to run them down. There's not too many times opposition clubs come from behind and beat the Parrots here on the home ground. I'm sure it's happened, but it doesn't happen often, and so it's going to be a big challenge. Traralgon need to stay in touch. Next goal, crucial, ball thrown up. No one can find a clear way through again. So it'll be Willis that gets front position. Out bodies his direct opponent. D'Angelo, grand level. I don't know how he did that. Found a way through. Got off the knees. Kicked the
this time.
Good crunch. This time the players from Parrots go down, and at ground level, Traralgon apply some really nice pressure, and that was Harvey Neocleus.
Lee and Gather defended that really, really well.
That was exactly the same as what just happened to the other end.
Got some plays down, though.
Yeah.
Got some plays down.
One Lee and Gather player, I'd say winded.
Looks like Hayden Lindsay again, maybe on the ground here.
I'm not sure why players stopped.
Well, the angle that I've got no idea, but Addy seems to have
I'm
been
just
able
looking at the red on the bottom of the boots.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, I can see his backside.
Just worked that out very quickly.
Well, what's happening here? Unless they call for a stretcher, don't you play on or not? It's a rule change.
These days, I think the player injured within the vicinity, they stop.
Okay, fair enough. So
Still haven't
got the chance.
Still can't see a number. Let's see if Addie Howe is correct. Oh, she knows.
Yeah.
That is a Hayden Lindsay of right.
Yeah, she can pick a bum from 150.
And I reckon that was nearly the same spot that he had the issue with in that opening quarter as well.
I think it's the other side, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So it's still around that rib area.
He was holding the right side as he came off last time. Now it's the left.
Good memory.
Thank you.
That's another little tip you've got on Boxer as well. Yep. Boxer wouldn't even know what day it is or how many pens he had.
Or part of the body.
Or part of the body, yeah. He's been hitting the rib and Boxer would have given it a toe injury. So Lindsay's going to come off, though, and this will mean that for the moment, he's a tough character. He's Hayden Lindsay, of course, the brother of Xavier Lindsay on the Melbourne Football Club list. Great family is the Lindsays. And
let's hope that Lee and Gather aren't too down on the bench now after this. We'll see if we can get up and go again.
So ball goes back up meanwhile. And now Willis taps it down. Willerton works overtime at ground level. So does Forrester. Umpire will ball it up again. Margin sits at 10, as it did at half-time. Getting high there. Willis grabs it out of the ruck. The kick was partially smothered. McMahon was back there as well. Little shuffling kick. Working across was Ireland. He's a long way from home. Crashing through the other direction. Umpire was kind of little.
Well, I thought he might have paid the free kick. He hasn't. You're right.
So we've got a ball up. 45 metres out now from Traralgon's goal. McKenna tapped it down. Squeezed a handle out. Connor Little right in the 50. Right foot kick, dangerous spot. Now Dylan Lopez, 2 or 3
nearly.
grabs. Rose it again. Ball to boot, didn't go too far. Quick kick there from Jack Hume, who now is deep in defence. Gets it out to the top of the 50. Williams works hard there with Brown. Brown gets a handle out, tries the run. This time it's Neocleus. He squeezes an underground handle out to a teammate under pressure. And the umpire says it's my ball again. Leongatha defence stand tall again. They lead by 10 at the 21-minute mark.
Yeah, Traralgon need to get the next goal. They need to get that. You wouldn't want to be 3 goals down going into three-quarter time, away from home, against a very good side. Quick kick forward, top of the square. Traralgon, relentless. Can they convert? That's the question, though. Another chance. Good pressure from Leongatha. Defence holding strong. Heppel gets hold of Willerton, just 15 metres from Traralgon's goals. Ball up again. 21 minutes gone. Third quarter. Gippsland Live match of the day. Quick kick from nowhere. And offline. It was Dan McKenna. So they edge ever so closer.
9-point margin in Leongatha's favour. 21.5 played third quarter. 8-4-52 to 6-7-43.
Sam Forrester to bring the ball back into play. Does that. Nicely done. Here we go. It's
Nash.
Nash, thank you. Just couldn't see the name through your finger there. Those that have ever come to the commentary box, this isn't the way it normally happens. Daryl Cooling looks like Stevie Wonder the way he's pointing at numbers to help me out. Ball half forward flank, nicely done. Argento, right half forward flank, inboard. He's been busy too, this bloke. Patrick Ireland plays on quickly, nicely done. Drew inside forward 50, cut off. Whack again, another. Another
danger.
take. But his kick looking for Cunico was bad, and Jay Walker now gives ground, keeps possession. Forrester, he's come up forward. Can he find a winner in the pocket?
Hume
I reckon
again.
he can. And it's Hume again.
North just lost track of him. Just
Yep.
went behind, straight behind him, lost touch.
And so now Hume could put a nail
Ooh.
into this game. I know I'm going early.
Yeah.
I'm going early. Traralgon have actually had one more scoring shot.
What a great angle we have on it here, Pop.
Yeah, 9 points down. We're over the right shoulder of Hume, who will kick with the boundary just metres to his left and 30 metres. That's the distance. Not much room for error. And he just needs a slight opportunity, and he can make something out of nothing. And here he goes, walks it up. Off the ball!
Gee
Gets up
whiz.
a Uti! Boom!
Zambrero. It is a Zambrero goal that I contender.
Second goal for Hume. Would have loved to see a bit more touch from North there on Hume. Just got lost, just went behind him and took that mark.
And takes the margin out to 15 points at the 23-minute mark of the third quarter. Leongatha leading 9-4-58 to Traralgon 6-7-43. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Well, it was nothing in terms of flashy, but a set shot like that hard up on the boundary line is as good as any. And it is a Zambrero goal that I contender. Make no mistake about that. Fast food shouldn't slow you down. It's you can swap the same old fast food for something fresh and new. And that is Zambrero, Traralgon and in Warragul as well. Back to the middle they go. Warren with the tap down. D'Angelo works hard to find it though. Gives it to Hourigan, who kicks around the body. Lopez is the target. Chest mark couldn't complete it. Free kick though will go in the direction of Traralgon. They've called the... No, they haven't called the advantage. It was just the players streaking forward. And Lopez's kick goes out wide to Cunico. No closer to goal. And Cunico, we know he's got a good leg on him, but he's on a tighter angle than what Dylan Lopez was a couple of seconds ago. 24 minutes have ticked over in the third quarter for McDonald's. There's a new coffee blend. Smoother, bolder, better. I'm loving it. And Cunico from 52 metres. Runs around slightly, on its way. It's a good-looking kick. It's going to go deep to the goal line. There's a fight. There's a mark in the goal square.
No way.
It's going Traralgon's way, I think you'll find. And that is...
Freeze.
It is Dylan Lopez. And the man on the mark is going to be... Yes, it is, directly in front. And Lopez will waste no time at all. Put it over the goal umpire's head. Well, that's the defender's nightmare.
That is what Traralgon want. They want those big players taking those marks on the line in those deadly times. I've just seen Hayden Lindsay. He's just walking off now into the room, so he's not in a good way. Looks like Leongatha are down another player.
Dylan Lopez has got his second goal of the match and brought the margin back to 9 points. Still in Leongatha's favour though, at the 25-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Parrots at 9-4-58, leading Traralgon 7-7-49.
Oh, this time on period, absolutely crucial. Traralgon desperate for another one. Liam Gather would be happy to go in with the score as it is. Hirrigan get the chance to get first option on that ball. He can't.
Oh,
free kick's going to go the way of the Maroons. Centre break. Hirrigan, the captain, grabs the ball, wants to go quickly. He doesn't want to burn the ball just the same.
No options pop down the
Stops
fit.
and props and plays on now. Inside forward 50. Can he find a winner again? LaPrey's contests out the back of the pack. Nicely roved it was too by our friend BGA. Goes towards the outer side, but Connor Little takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Found a target. Liam Willerton, 55 out, wants to go, told to go. Kicks to within 30. The kick needs to be spot on. Poor kick. Forrester cut it off all too easily in that right back pocket. 26 and a half minutes gone third quarter. Liam Gather 9-4. Traralgon 7-7. Forrester along the line. It'll find the boundary, you'd think. No.
Hirrigan.
Out the back of the pack. Hirrigan again. Feigns the handball and then kicks around the body. An unfavourable bounce favours the opposite. In fact, favours the home side. And that's Forrester that gives it back to where it came. But where it came is it right back to Hirrigan. That's not where you want it. Centre half forward. Where's he gone with that one? Or kick. Dropped what he should have taken at centre half forward. That was Jay Walker. They got room to bust their way through. And they've got some runners, but they're under pressure. Can they still find a way through? Yes, they can. But the contest is hot. The ball's hot. And Liam Gather are equal to the task, or are they? Play on's the call.
Good pressure.
Tackling, pressure, both sides. Willis takes a mark. Hirrigan should have thumped. Got a bit ahead of himself. And the big man, Big Benny Willis, takes a mark. 45 metres out.
They've paid it the other way.
No, they've called my ball. What's
definitely a Willis mark?
You can't pay.
Definitely a Willis mark.
The umpire's called it my ball. They've balled it up. Bowman quickly from the stoppage to Hall. Memory spoils. I'm not sure that's the right decision there, guys.
Definitely the wrong decision.
A mark was taken. You've just got to decide who it was.
Yes.
And the man in front was Willis, who ended up with the football.
100%.
I'm not sure Hirrigan got his first hand on it either. So clear mark. That's a big moment of the game. Thanks to them all. Bowling Club. Deleen Gather find something here. Slip into ground there was Kim Drew.
What's your opinion on this ruck contest, boys?
It's been a good battle.
It has been.
Been a great battle.
Two complete different rucks as well.
Yeah, Willis's bulk's proving to be a problem though. Works to the front.
And taps it out to the other side, does Willis. Top of the square it goes. Little took on a tackler. Umpire says my ball.
28 minutes gone.
Margin at 9 points, right on the edge at the moment. It's a great game of football in round 10, as you'd expect, between two top three sides. Little grabs it, dumps it out. It's going to go straight down Stewart's throat. And Liam Gather say, hold on to it. Slow things down. They think the siren must be too far away because Stewart takes the mark and he'll have a shot directly in front.
Very risky kick going straight down through the middle. You would almost want to come maybe either side and just gain some grass, take some time off the clock, gain some territory.
Those dumping kicks never work. Jared Stewart directly in front, runs around a little bit from 48 metres, unloads, and in the depths of three-quarter time, puts it through for the Parrots, and they all go to him. And they swarm the youngster there in Jared Stewart. He gets his first of the afternoon. More importantly, the margin goes to 15.
Just a silly kick out there from the back line, just resulted in taking an intercept mark there straight in his forward 50. Can't do that in the dying times of this quarter. Over to you, Carter.
And it's a back to a 15-point lead for Liam Gather, and we've played 29 minutes of the third quarter. They are 10-4-64, leading Traralgon 7-7-49, and that's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Thank you, number one stats man in the business there. Thanks, Carter.
Thank you, Carter.
Thank you,
Very
Carter.
well
Good work. Coach Carter. Thank you, Carter.
All good.
He was a teacher. You can call him Mr. Carter if you like, Addy. As Walker from the stoppage again wins it for the Parrots, gives a handball to Drew. Drew over the shoulder handball, finds Jack Hume. Can they get another late one? Goes inside, Ireland and whack! And Whack takes the intercept mark.
He does, defensive 50, then plays on quickly. He's got a couple of options, 2-on-1, wing side, out the back of the pack. I thought taking it then could have been Macumba. He dropped it, and now, as a result, Willis fights for 4.
He's got 4v1.
He's beaten 4v1. He can play on quickly, and he's played on quickly, and he's found a teammate, and here we go.
Got to
Patrick
slow this.
Ireland.
30 minutes gone, Pop.
Yep.
Guys, that's the 9th inside 50 mark this quarter for Liam Gather.
So they're just... I think the decision to play Hirrigan up the ground, as good as it's been, has caused some problems at this end. Because Hirrigan now is outside the defensive 50, where you'd normally find him contesting those sort of marks against Willis. But Ireland, chuck a bit of salt in a wound that's starting to open. From 50.
Nope.
Don't think it's even going to make the distance, and it's going to actually come off hands and through for a minor score. You get the feeling, though, every point counts.
Yeah.
16-point lead to Leongatha, 10-5-65 to 7-7-49. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 31-minute mark of the third quarter.
All sets up to be an absolute cracking final quarter in South Gippsland as Membry rolls to the near side. Siren sounds. It went 31 minutes that third quarter, and what a quarter it was. It was 4 goals to 3 goals, and the Parrots, they extend the margin of 10 points at halftime, and they get it out to 16 points at three-quarter time. Traralgon did, though, take the lead in that third quarter as well. We've got a cracking final quarter coming up for you on TRFM. It is Gippsland Live, and at three-quarter time, it's Leongatha 10-5-65, leading Traralgon 7-7-49. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Everybody's favourite time of the week. Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from the Gippsland League, round 9. Number 1, Jet Killer in here from Mafra. A beautiful swoop in and pickup, gets through traffic. Benst is back though. What a lovely snag. Number 2, Justin Morrow from Moa here. A beautiful left foot kick. It just wobbles through the air, bounces, and then goes over the line. Great work, Justin.
Goes around the body from Justin Morrow, and it's bouncing through. I tell you what, it's going to be a goal.
Number 3, Jacob Cunico from Traralgon. The big dog stays down at the back of the pack, gets slung over his head, and it's through. How did he know where the goals were? An amazing effort. Number 4, the quick-thinking Cooper Rand from Sale. Ball bounces to the back of the pack, he sticks out the shoe and puts it through. A great goal. Number 5, Ethan East says, anything you can do, I can do better. This one out the ruck. Just puts the boot out and sends it home. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, welcome back. the final countdown, I've got a feeling, is going to be a pretty good one because it's a 16-point margin to Leongatha at the moment at three-quarter time. 10-5-65, Traralgon 7-7-49. And I tell you what, it is Patrick Eiling with 2 goals. 2-goal to Jack Hume in the quarter. The wingman rolled forward. Justin Palicano's got 3, but he is spending the rest of the game on the bench after being red-carded. 2 goals to Ty Hall as well, and single to Jared Stewart in that quarter. He got the last goal there in the quarter as well, at the 29-minute mark. Jackson McMahon's got 3 for the Maroons and 2 goals to Dylan Lopez. Matt North and Ty Hourigan have 1. Paul Carter's working through some key stats, so before we go to him, we might go to Addy Howe, who's got some scores around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Moe Bairnsdale, Moe 14-10-94, Bairnsdale 5-5-35. Druin Morwell, Druin 5-6-36, Morwell 9-10-64.
Wow.
Warrigal Wonthaggi, Warrigal 8-12-60, Wonthaggi 3-5-25. Mafra Sale, now this is the one where Daryl's really lost it.
Have I?
Yep. Mafra 15-7-97 to Sale 5-5-25.
Wow, I just want to check if I did tip them in the end in the ultimate tipping
Well, let's
competition.
see, because for those listening in the pre-game, Daryl thought that Sale were going to win this.
Yeah, and I did tip them
And
as
we
well.
all said, oh, have you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you're in a bit of trouble there,
Yeah, I
aren't
am.
you?
Yep. Who got some A-grade netball scores as well, have you, Addy?
I sure do. So, for the Druin-Morwell clash, Druin 46, Morwell 50. So a tight game there, and then in this massive game here at Leongatha versus Traralgon, Leongatha 47, Traralgon 51.
And we can let you know that the Gippsland Live player of the day there, who took home the $50 voucher, was Emily Scolters, the player of the day in A-grade netball. And I do believe Joel Scolters, who plays in the senior side for Traralgon, is out injured at the moment.
I just saw him on some crutches, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, no, he's the runner, is he?
No, he's got a crook shoulder. He might be in the running, but he's got a crook shoulder. He's coming back from that. But it's his birthday today. He turns 21.
Happy birthday.
So happy birthday
It
to
was
Joel there.
Hamilton I saw in crutches.
Yes, he's gone under. Had some injury concerns, both the Hamilton boys. Paul Carter with all the key stats, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute.
Much more even that quarter. It's 10-9, the inside 50s Leongatha's way. Traralgon actually won the clearances in that quarter, 13-9. The main stat winners we have is Kim Drew on 21, 19 Sam Forrester, 19 Aaron Heppel. And for Traralgon, we've got Louis D'Angelo on 14, as is Jordan Cunico, Tristan Wack, Ty Hourigan on 18.
All right, Leongatha supporters just making their way off the ground. It's going to be a cracking final quarter, Rob Popplestone. Do you want to change your tip yet?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not going to.
Leongatha playing better, are they, you think?
They are.
Yep.
Yes. Look, this is going to take some sort of effort, but hey, I've seen stranger things than this happen.
And also, just a note, Leongatha will be down to 2 on the bench.
Something back from 1985 you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, that still haunts me that day.
The final quarter is underway, and the ruckman, well, they've stuck with it. Tyler Anderson and Jacob Warren. Warren clearly tapped it down. McMahon's in the middle of the ground now, but Heppel's there. A right foot kick to the half forward. Foot race. Lemurs leads Marsh. Does it sit up for Lemurs? It come off his toe, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in. We haven't had any knocking on the commentary box here if we are getting Xavier Lemurs' name wrong. So I'm sticking with Lemurs. Boundary throw-in. The Parrots lead it by 16. They're in the attacking half. Takes it out of the ruck, does Jacob Warren.
Surely.
Got a handball away, though. Cunico was there. Quick kick to the wing. Good fist there from Levi Hickey, although it goes the wrong direction. Hourigan's there. Harding has it. He handballs backwards. That's not the way you want to go, because the Maroons will surge forward. And this time Reuters handballs over the top to North. He slips over. And now Leongatha come and crash in. Neokley has tried to duck the shoulder. Good tackle on that occasion from Harding.
North is limping after that one, just slipped over at the dying times there and just have got a bit of a limp.
We know he's coming back from a knee reconstruction as well.
Let's hope it's not that.
Yeah, it's ball. Centre half forward. Coming in, Anderson over the top. Couldn't take ball. Cleared. Going to fall in the arms of Hall. No, just out of his reach again. And it's good work there by Cashmore. Gets on the end of it. Gives to his teammate in Cade Marsh. But as he went searching for McMahon, didn't find the target. And Heppel, he played on, kick smothered from McMahon, butters up with a tackle, good tackle, has to be paid, has to be a free kick.
Yes.
Surely to goodness.
It was slow motion getting ball to
Yes,
boot.
it was. So McMahon now. Traralgon desperately need the first goal. Inside forward 50. Hirrigan's the target, but he's 3 deep. Coming through. Willerton picks it up, feeds it off. Over the top. McKenna. LaPrace just needs a bounce. Gets the bounce. Gets around the opposition. Gets the goal. Traralgon back in this game.
All of the Leongatha defenders there just went to the contest where it was, who was it that went up right in front of us here?
Hurrigan went up.
Hurrigan went up and there was about 3 defenders that went with him, which left people open, so they got that handball chain and kicked a goal straight through LaPrise.
2 minutes into this final quarter, the much needed goal the Maroons wanted.
And it brought that margin back to 10 points. And the score on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard is Leongatha 10-5-65, Traralgon now 8-7-55.
Well, here we go.
15 scoring shots apiece, Scud.
Yeah. Margin 10 points, so reasonably tight and close, as you'd expect. Second v third. It's a big game. It always is between the two. Leongatha won the first encounter in 2025 in round 1 by 17. They lead by 10. Warren taps it down. Cunico was there. Jordan steps around 1. Hits the kick towards centre half forward. Hurrigan works to the front, couldn't get there. Reuters in the front spot, kicks around the body, 1-on-1. Bulge comes out, and now McKenna worked him underneath it. McKenna misses.
No!
McKenna from 8 metres out misses.
Good body work by him, pushed his opponent away.
8-56 Traralgon, now trailing by 9 points, Leongatha 10-5-65.
Importantly, though, Traralgon are starting to believe. They're starting to run. They're starting to knock the ball forward. And now the pressure falls back on Leongatha, although they lead. BGA with the ball. That's Bo.
Grab him. Andrews.
Kim Drew now, still in defensive 50. In no rush to burn this ball. He's going to go long, clear the area, ease the pressure. And he find a winner here. He can't. Ball thumped towards the boundary line. There was a pack of a dozen players that went up for that one.
Anderson, Little, Whack, Membry. Thump. It was a 4 fists.
Yeah, and they all hit the ball. I mentioned the poor old Sharon. It's the first time I've heard a footy cry. Thumped 4 times. Ball thrown back in. Boundary umpire comes in 10 metres from the line. Nicely done. Falls a bit short.
Yeah, have another crack.
Have another crack at it.
Heard one scream one day, but there was Anthony Rocker kicking the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here we go. Throw the ball back in.
Big moment all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at Moore Bowling Club tonight. $25 pot and Palmer.
All right, she's going to come back in a few more metres. Doing a good job. Let's see if you can get this one right. There we go. Good
Beautiful.
work. Nicely done. Ball's back in. Need a winner here. Picked up beautifully by Jack Hume. Towards the half-forward flank he goes. Pressure. There's no room to move. Traralgon have closed them down. A good tack on Williams by McMahon. Means the boundary umpire, in fact the central umpire, will ball this one up just short of right half-forward flank. 65 plays 56. Nearly 5 minutes gone. Final quarter. The umpire will take control again. Neither side wanting to take any sort of high-risk chance, but as time marches on, Traralgon are going to need to get back into this game. Anderson flies high, tap forward, kick off the ground. It came from Bowman, but fell in the arms of North. So North now leads on from Hirrigan. Hirrigan needs to take.
Good grab.
Does. Good grab under pressure. Needs to go. Willerton's on the lead. He looks deeper than that towards McKenna. Now they need a winner at the front of this pack. They haven't got one there. They needed someone right there. McKenna does the roving himself for a big man. Willerton comes in high. And no, the umpire says fair enough. He'll ball this one out.
You talk about the risk there, Poppy. I reckon the side that does take the risks will be rewarded with a win.
All right.
The one that goes into their shell,
yes,
I think will lose the game of football. And at the moment, Leongatha are just in that shell at the moment.
Too high. He can kick this from here, D'Angelo.
Yep, he certainly can. And if you want the footy, you've got to be first. Handball's off to Hurrigan, who unloads and puts it through.
Does it again.
Hurrigan, tie. I tell you what, that's his second of the afternoon, but most important, the margin gets back to 3.
Good for the boys to bring each other into the game. Yeah.
It was a nice work, though. D'Angelo chose to feed off. He knew that the margin of 50 metres was probably a stretch for him. Hirrigan provided the option at just the right time, and all of a sudden, We're back to a one-kick game, Paul Carter.
3 points to be exact, Poppy. 6-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. The Maroons 9-8-62. Lee and Gaffer 10-5-65.
Well, we have a game on our hands, and who will win this clearance? D'Angelo tries to work hard, so does Heppel. Not going anywhere in there, Pop. A secondary stoppage. 7 minutes in, final quarter. Plenty of time to go. Ruckman go at battle again. This time Anderson tapped it down. Hume's been huge off a wing. Couldn't grab the footy cleanly. Bowman just dumps Anderson to the ground. He wanted the free kick. Umpire said not there. We're going to have another stoppage. Over to you. Rob Popplestone on TRFM. You're listening to Gippsland Live. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical.
Right smack bang in the middle of Parrot Park with a one-kick game in play. Traralgon win the stoppage clearance and kick inside forward 50. Keeping it in there is Hirrigan. Nicely done. Can he find a winner? He can.
Oh, well done.
Quick, smart tap forward. Falls in the arms of Neocles. Under pressure. Keeps his eyes on the ball. Can he get it in? In fact, it was Jacob Cunico. McMahon busts through. He's taken ball at all. The umpire, well, he was somewhat lenient on Cunico, on McMahon, who had one arm tied and couldn't release the ball.
You've got to be on your game with these tackles on these Traralgon guys. They get low, don't they?
They do. So here we go. Ball thrown up again. 15 metres from Traralgon's goals. Comes out the back. D'Angelo gets around one.
Oh, good hands.
Look away, handball.
Oh,
McMahon
that's gone.
Dropped. Nicely done. He was just about for snap for goal, but just got tackled by a finger tipper. And all of a sudden, that may have been a game saver. It certainly wasn't attacking the ball, but we've got an injured player here. Another one.
Bit of cramp, I think. A couple of the youngsters. Bo Grabham Andrews. Although from this angle, Addy, I think it is. Bo Grabham Andrews with a cramp. And he can't walk. He's talking to the umpire, so what do I do? I've got cramp. You need to take the kick, Jack Hume.
I walked to the toilet like this morning.
So Jack Hume will kick. Bo Grabham Andrews has to make his way to the bench. I think that's the instruction. He actually has to go to the bench, the umpire's going to say. So the cramp's still there. Yep. He's going to take 15 minutes to get off. And meanwhile, now he's going to wait till he actually goes all the way off, because otherwise he needs to take his kick. If the cramp stops now, does he run back now and take his kick?
And if he does, what happens?
Yeah, well,
Free kick against him.
3 points is the margin. Well, he's making his way off at least. It's legit. And Hume, well, he's going to go straight across the other side of the ground. Argento spread and got there. He's got Davison back inboard, but he wants to continue on the outer side. He's going to give a handball across to the runner in Hickey. Goes back to Argento. Lopez will close. Oh, good sidestep from Nick Argento. Goes towards half forward. Heppel's the target. Other direction is Lemurs. Ball at ground level. Nicely done. Embry under a little bit of pressure. It was North in the end. A quick kick from Brown goes to the wing. Lands in the chest of Jacob Cunico. And that's Jordan Cunico. I apologise. The bright yellow boots here at Parrot Park. They trail by 3. But they've kicked the first 2 goals of the quarter. Well done by Travis Nash. Got a fist into it. Slips over. Close to the boundary line. Still in the field of play. Argento. Nicely done. Gives it to Nash by hand. Over the top handball to Lemurs. Steps around Whack. And gets around another one. And nicely done. Has a bounce on the wing. A short little chip kick. Walker's there. So is Ireland. Ireland's got it. Gives it across now to Harding. Harding's kick to the forward in Stewart. Couldn't complete the mark. He's going to handball backwards to Walker. And Walker chips the kick to a leading target and finds him. And that target is Williams. Good build up by the Parrots. So Williams... The Parrots lead by 3. Jack Hume presents, ignored. The youngster in Aidan Williams. Have to kick it at least 45. City end of the ground, on its way. It's a good-looking kick as it got the distance. Just fades away.
Leongatha look really dangerous when they can get the run and carry on the ball straight through the middle there. Good contest by both teams.
Leongatha's first score of the quarter, 10-6-66. 4-point lead over Traralgon, 9-8-62. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
So Membry chooses to go towards the outer side of the ground, bringing that ball back into play. It's a 2-on-1 contest. LaPraise provides the contest. Ground level, nicely done too. It was by Harvey Neocles. They go forward, they got the run, they got somewhere to move now. Cunico looks up forward. Not a lot of options, but Willerton is one of them. He's got time to overrun the ball, come back on, give it back to Cunico. Dances around a couple, settles, goes inboard. Can he find Ty? He can, but Ty took it on the half volley. And the umpire says no mark. I'll have it. Right half forward flank. Traralgon into attack. Traralgon trailing by 4 points. 11 and a half minutes gone, final quarter.
Stewart's cramping as well, Pop.
Ball, Willerton picked it up, fed it off nicely. Dance around by Neocleus. Harvey, they go towards the outer side. Can they get one through McMahon here? No, the kick went searching for North, but cut off nicely, and Lee and Gather get themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, Humes there. Takes the uncontested mark in the defensive 50.
How much of the cramping do you think is due to 2 on the bench, maybe?
Yeah, possibly, yep. And this ground tends to do that to you. It's a big ground, the biggest ground in Gippsland League, especially lengthwise. Meanwhile, they just hold onto the football of the Parrots. Hardings with a nice kick to Heppel. Now they release. Davidson through the middle. He's got one over the back. Does it get to Lemurs? It does. And he slows it up. He had Ireland, but he does decide to just slow things up. And Xavier Lemurs, he's going to give a handball off to Jack Hume, and Hume will kick to the pocket where the big fella in Warren will come out and take a sliding mark. Great play by the Parrots from back to forward, Addy.
They've done that again. They've had the run and carry straight through the middle, hit their targets. They've blocked for each other. Lemurs put a good block on there so that they could hit a direct kick.
So Jacob Warren got on the end of that chain.
Bad angle for a ruckman.
You're saying that, Paul Carter, not me.
Asking the question.
On its way, right foot quick kick, and it sneaks through for a minor score.
It's 5-point lead to Lee and Gather. They are 10-7, 67 to 9-8, 62. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. We've played 13 minutes of the final.
Ball back in. Hirrigan, centre half back, takes the ball. Doesn't want to burn it. Doesn't want to turn it. Needs to find a teammate. An option towards the outer side is a good one. Right half back flank. Kate Reuters. Short ball. Here we go. Nicely done. Neocleus. Harvey runs 5. Kicks 45. Out the back is Cunico. Out of position. Thumps the ball towards the boundary and finds it. Right half forward flank. Traralgon into attack.
It's going to come down to the wire, isn't it,
It
Pop?
is. 17 scoring shots apiece. Lee and Gather 10-7. Traralgon 9-8. 13 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter. Traralgon into attack. Last quarter went for 30 minutes. Ball thrown back in. McKenna over the top. Can't take the ball. Cleared. Nicely done by Kim Drew. He's been very good when the pressure's been on. Out the back of the pack. They turn. They go. They do it through Warren. And now Traralgon apply the pressure.
Good pressure.
Umpire says
Great
play
pressure.
on, but they're off and away, the Maroons. They just need a break. They can't
Oh,
seem
well
to get
done.
it. Lee and Gather are equal to the task. They go back towards the corridor and they settle. And they stop. And now they draw a player. They want to do this through Ben Harding. So Harding along the line towards the left half forward flank. Grand level. Lee and Gather just seem to have the numbers in the right spots. Before the umpire will call this one to be his.
Yeah, free kick.
Free kick.
Yep, goes to Whack. So Whack has it half-back flank. 14 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter of Harvey Norman Computers. Half-yearly clearance is on now. Kick down the line. Lopez just shoves Willis out of the way.
He's paid it against him too.
Yep, just a push in the back of the head will always catch the umpire's eye. So Benny Willis. Great to have your company on TRFM this afternoon. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Gippsland Live footy well roved by Walker here, although ran out of room. Wherever you might be across Gippsland and the Valley, or tuning in on the Listener app across the world. It is at Gippsland Live, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. We're going to crack her. 5 points is the margin. It is Lee and Gather's way. McKenna over the back from Traralgon with a big fist from the boundary throw-in. And a free kick over the shoulder is going to be paid to Aaron Heppel. And Heppel has it. He's going to drive this one inside forward 50. Decides, though, to go laterally and find Harding on the outer side. The left footer now puts it into the shallow pocket. Big target, Warren. Standing the ground in front there was Whack. Great work by the big fella to come back. Warren had that wrapped up, except Whack got a hand on. He's had a good game for the Traralgon Maroons this afternoon. We've got a stoppage inside forward 50.
We have Lee and Gather continuing to apply the pressure. They grab another major now. Is it a bridge too far with 10 minutes to go and the visitors needing 2 goals? At the moment, they don't want that to happen. They clear the area through Hirrigan. Quick kick, only goes as far as Ben Willis. Tumbling punt towards centre half forward. Isn't a great kick. It turns over. Now the race could be on. Inside forward 50.
Oh,
McMahon gets rid of his opponent. Takes one bounce. Oh my God, he lost it. He got back on the handle again. And there it is. That's goal number. Don't tell me. It's goal number 4. I told you not to tell me. Good work.
That's goal.
Jackson.
Goal number 4, and that was from the debutant Macumba with that tackle and chased that back up, which was awesome.
1 point margin at the 16-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, Traralgon have retaken the lead, 10-8-68 to Leongatha, 10-7-67.
What a game. What a chain of events there. Jackson McMahon with the afterburners, if you don't mind.
Oh, don't you panic when that ball doesn't come up after the first bounce.
He was cool though, wasn't he? How cool was Jacko McMahon? Well, he's got 4.
Hume's not happy. He's got his arms towards the bench.
Now they're one.
They've
Well,
got
they're
2
one
on the
short.
wing here.
Yeah, they're one short. Hume's going to go back. Hall has to go to the wing. Meanwhile,
he's screaming out,
Yep.
work it out.
So they're a point down, and now little tap there, nicely done.
Dropping the ball.
Yep, good tackle. It was from Walker. The tap did go McKenna's way, but Walker's got it. He goes short to Kim Drew. Drew turns around, looks for the leading target. Warns deep. He decides to go lateral. There's Jack Hume. He's had some afternoon as Hume. He had to roll back, and now he gets forward again. Looks up. Lots of options. He gets called to play on. Chips over the top back to Kim Drew. They're still outside their 50. They're building. Short chiseling kick to Hall. One bite. Good spoil by Marsh. Cade handles over the shoulder. Little gave it across now to Hourigan. Hourigan's kick. Can he find Lopez? It gets over the top of their head. They've got some numbers back here, Leongatha. Hickey's one of those. Gives it to Forrester. Left foot kick goes in the direction of Stewart. Finds him. Half forward. They've got the switch on. It gets to the outer side. Harding has it. Goes further out wide. They're still outside 50. Argento slows things up. Traralgon defence do very well.
They do. It's like their basketball term. They're playing around the key looking for a 3-point shot.
Yep.
At the moment, they're just not within range. They go short. Nicely done by Ben Harding. Ben Harding, left half forward flank, left leg. Kicks to within 30 metres of goals, deep into the forward 50.
Oh, good spoil.
Harrigan, I reckon from the back, may have been whack. That went whack. They gained all of 20 metres. Traralgon have got the numbers. They just need a bounce. They've got the bounce, and now they've got the run. Have they got the room? They've got the room. North needs to find a winner. He does. He goes short. The 1-2 inboard. Whack over the top.
Oh,
we could
here they
see
go
something
again.
special. Can we see Jackson McMahon again? He kicks. He grabs the ball, takes on his opponent, and now it could be a Zambrero point of the day. Wow, that would have been a finish and a half.
2-point margin, 10-9-69 Traralgon, leading Leongatha 10-7-67 on Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard, 19 minutes played, final quarter.
We've had 3 goals, all from the Maroons in this final quarter, but only the 3 would make it that it's probably looking about 25, 26 minutes. Maybe not even. So maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go in this game. Drew chips it over the top and finds Walker. Leongatha hold on to the footy. They've done this very well. They've been able to transition the footy from forward to back. On this occasion, it's a long kick down the line. Willis will be the target in the front spot and gets it. Although there's a push out. Push out against the Parrots. Going to go McKenna's way. And he'll go short to Jacob Cunico. And Jordan Jordan goes on the right foot to centre half forward. Lopez will fly. Stewart in the front spot.
Lopez, 2-3 bites.
Stewart had the first bite. Quick kick by Cade Marsh. Gets to the outer side. Hourigan and Nash. It sits up. Nash will run onto this one. He's got some pace and he's got a runner. And that is Argento. He exits D50. He handles over the top now to Bowman. He'll give it back to Argento. Argento's got one on the outer side. And that run will come from Williams. He has a bounce, the youngster. Make it 2 bounces. He's going to go for his third. He's got some grass in front of him from 60 metres out. Can he find the leading target? No, because Connor Little takes the intercept mark. Gives it to Membry and away they go.
Membry towards the outer side. The exit was not perfect, and in fact it was less than that. Free kick will go the way of the Parrots. 55 metres from their goals. Kicking to the right of Radio. They're trailing by 2 points. We've played 20 and a half minutes. Final quarter. Can they find a winner here? They can. Is that Hume again?
Yep.
Or is it Ireland? It's Hume. Jack Hume takes a mark centimetres inside the boundary. The umpire will line him up. It'll take something special, but we've seen plenty of special today. And Jack Hume, from 40 metres, he'll kick. The boundary fence to his left. 21 minutes gone.
Wow. Big moment.
This will lift the crowd. This will lift his teammates.
This is a huge kick, Poppy.
So Hume taking the time required. The last time we looked over his shoulder, he was perfect. We need perfect again. No, top of the square it goes, falls short. There's a mark there, Traralgon's way.
It's Whack.
And Whack takes a mark. Maybe their best player today, Whack. He's been consistent all the way through. With Leongatha's goals behind him, he chooses to come grandstand side. Looks for LaProse, who he knows he'll get a contest from. He can't get handled to it. Can't get their way through. North puts his head over the ball. He's taken the ground. He'll take that. A 50-50 ball up it comes. Right half forward flank. Leongatha remain in attack. But they trail by 2 points. Minutes to go. Between 3 and 5.
Good tap.
Good tap. Here we go. Inside forward 50. Ground level. Out the back it goes. Traralgon have got the numbers. Needs a clean pickup. Haven't got that. But they have got the numbers.
There it is.
Can they ease the pressure? They've
got it.
Oh. It's a goal. It's a Leongatha goal. Something from nothing. And it is an absolute beauty. Didn't see the number. Didn't see the player. Just saw the kick from a pack. And that was good enough to get the home side in front. 4 points in front.
I think you'll find it's Aaron Heppel. It looked like to be 40-something, but I think it might have been Aaron Heppel in the end. What a goal.
Both teams have brought another level of intensity and energy this last quarter, which is awesome to see. Both teams just really going at it in this dying last minutes.
And that lead has changed again. We're 22 3/4 minutes into the final quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Leongatha 11-7-73, leading Traralgon now 10-9-69.
Oh, what a game. 23 minutes have ticked over now. Back to the middle we go. Willis taps it down. The Parrots are in front. The Maroons need to throw everything. Throw caution to the wind, as they say, Pop.
Yeah, Harrigan at full forward at the moment, looking for that one opportunity.
So D'Angelo,
It's 1-on-1 down there at full forward.
Hunico and Willerton around the ball. You'd find Heppel in there with Walker. Here goes Willerton. Right foot high kick to the outer side. Argento runs back with a flight. Gets a shocking bounce. Nicely done by Neocleus to thump it forward. Out there quickly is Bowles. Goes to ground. And nicely done by Reuters. Stoppage. 60 metres out now from Traralgon's goal. Stewart. Man's Ty Hourigan. Ty Hourigan, correct? It'd be a nightmare. Willis just grabs it out of the ruck, kicks it towards the wing area, looking for the boundary line and finding it. Ireland was happy to see it go over.
Bo Grabban Andrews hasn't come back on after that calf cramp either. He's making himself comfortable on the bench. We'll see whether or not he comes back on.
Well, I'll have one go at this, Poppy, from this clearance. Traralgon need to get something going and clean. Anderson thumps it forward. Wrapped up in the tackle, nicely done by Kim Drew.
Traralgon just need to, as you say earlier, throw caution to the wind here, knock the ball into a clearance. At the moment, they're on the outer side wing, ball thrown up. Willis beaten to the ball at ground level. They've got their chance through Cunico. Handball's off. Now around half forward flank. Willerton dances around 2-3. This is where they're breaking down. What's happened here?
Whistle.
Free kick goes Traralgon's way. They were clear, I thought. Now they go inboard. The kick from Willerton was poor. Went far towards D'Angelo. Gives it back, gets another chance. Maybe that's the wrong chance. And the umpire will take control. The kick from Willerton, I think he kicked a bit of turf before he made contact.
And off a step too.
Yeah. And D'Angelo was his target, but the ball didn't come as he would have liked. Outer side of the ground. Willis gets the tap. Ground level Traralgon. They've got the numbers.
Here they go.
They need the clearance. Now they've found some room. It's going to be Brown. Top. Ty Hourigan. Can he get rid of his opponent? He can. Is he going to get on the end of it? He could. LaPreze fights hard. Over the top. A kick for a goal. It's a goal. LaPreze gets his fourth of the afternoon.
He's making sure everyone knows about it too.
Just when you thought the game was at the home side's mercy, Traralgon make nothing. Or make something out of nothing. And LaPreze was the man with his left leg from a standing start.
And it's a third lead change in the last 9 minutes of play. And we've got Traralgon back in front by 2 points, 25.5 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Traralgon 11-9-75, leading Leongatha 11-7-73.
5 goals kicked in the final quarter. Surely can't be long to go. We're about to tick over 26 minutes.
We did have a player come off with cramp as well as those 5 goals.
Yes, no, good point. So we might still have a little bit of time left. As a quick ball up happens, McKenna taps it down. North is there. They fight for North, drags it in, gets a handball out. Willetton's there, just left it behind. Forrester, all Leongatha some numbers. Harding gives it to Bolge. Bolge's handball over the shoulder, didn't find his teammate. Macumba, though, kicked the top of the 50. Bolge took on the tackler of McMahon. Umpire says my ball, but it's in the right part of the ground for the Maroons. Leongatha have got to go virtually the full length of the ground. They trail by 2 points.
Nice work by McMahon. He could have went into that tackle too enthusiastically, but just tempered his control.
They need some open space to the Parrots, and Leongatha want to keep it tight. Cunico handballs back to North, duck the shoulder, and umpire says my ball. As good as spot of any.
Traralgon have got 2 spares behind the ball now. They've all pushed into defend.
So Leongatha must just roll the dice and go with lots of numbers running forward. Willis taps it down. It's in tight, and that's what they want. D'Angelo says, let's do another stoppage.
Right now, it's that left half forward flank. Traralgon to attack. They lead by 2 points. We've played 27 minutes. Game at their mercy. Their chance now. North grabs the ball, gets a high tackle. He's going to move the ball forward, or is he going to hold it? 2 options. Temper it. Yep, he's going to hold it.
Yep,
take his
down.
time. He's got an option grandstand side if he wants
Got to hit it. Hit it.
Was definitely an option.
Even go backwards
He
if you
may
need.
go long. He's going to go long and deep towards the boundary. LaPraise is his target. He takes the ball.
Oh, wow. That's it, surely. You take your time now, Dill. Have a shot.
Come on, Dylan.
And you,
Take your time. It's Poppy here. Take your time.
and if you can tell, it is right in front of our commentary box. He is only metres away from us.
What did I tell you last Saturday? What did I tell you?
You're putting him
It's
off,
your
Pop.
shout. Dylan LaPraise will kick from 50, 45-degree angle. He'll play on, runs right, kicks long, off the boot, looks good.
no.
Don't tell me.
No.
It's just missed the goals for a behind.
Traralgon 11-10 at 76 3-point leaders over Leongatha 11-7 73.
Leongatha are going to attempt, Scud, to go the length of the ground.
They do. They kick to the wing. Nicely done by Lemurs. They play on. Nash has it. The run to half forward. Does it get there? And Williams can't complete the mark. Free kick.
Free kick. Wow.
It goes to Williams. He has to roll and go quickly. Williams, he kicks inside forward 50. The target is Warren and comes to ground level. Oh, they tried to crash their way through. Ball still in dispute. Our Hall dives on top of it. Umpire says my ball. 28.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Parrots inside forward 50, but they trail by 3 points. All important stoppage. On the move was Bowman. Shuffled it forward somehow. Hourigan's there. Membry's there. Membry hesitates. Kim Drew over the shoulder.
Free kick.
Whistle's gone. Kim Drew has a free kick. Tight-ish angle, but only 15 metres out.
Siren will go here.
No,
It's a ball up.
the umpire has gone for the ball up. He's gone for the ball up. Ball now in dispute again. Ground level they go. They crash in and they rush it through. There's a minor score? No. It's a free kick coming back to Traralgon, and that could just about be it. As the youngster in Cashmore. 29.5 minutes gone, Rob Popplestone. Traralgon lead by 3. Bring us home.
Left-hand side. I reckon that mark to Traralgon, play on's the call. Leongatha into attack. 29 3/4 minutes gone of this round 10 clash between second and third. Traralgon lead by 3 points.
Good tackle, holding the ball.
Good tackle, holding the ball, goes away at Traralgon. That could be it. Go backwards, go sideways, go forwards, but keep possession.
And we've got cramp.
No rush to get up. Player with the ball is Reuters. Just backs it up.
Leongatha got to be man on. There's no options for him.
Reuters is going to kick long towards the boundary. That's what he does.
Siren.
And there's the siren, and Traralgon have made the great escape. I haven't seen that since Paul Newman jumped the fence in a motorbike. He was brilliant today. LaPraise with 4, McMahon with 4. Importantly, Traralgon with 11 and with a buffer of just 3 points in the final, siren.
Yeah, 11-10, 76. Traralgon have defeated Leongatha 11-7. 73. They kick 4 goals to 1 in the final quarter. They trailed by 16 points at three-quarter time, and they managed a famous victory away from home, a 3-point margin. And they've played each other twice in 2025. It's 1 each now. And what a game of football in Gippsland Live. It was Traralgon winning by 3 points. A quick break. We're going to have a chat to the key players from both are from the Terrelgan side, who had a great victory by 3 points over Leongatha. It is Gippsland Live. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terrelgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terrelgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Everybody's favourite time of the week. Let's take a look at the top 5 goals from the Gippsland League, round 9. Number 1, Jet Killer in here from Mafra. A beautiful swoop in and pickup, gets through traffic. Benst is back though. What a lovely snag. Number 2, Justin Morrow from Moa here. A beautiful left foot kick. It just wobbles through the air, bounces, and then goes over the line. Great work, Justin.
Goes around the body from Justin Morrow, and it's bouncing through. I tell you what, it's going to be a goal.
Number 3, Jacob Cunico from Terrelgan. The big dog stays down at the back of the pack, gets slung over his head, and it's through. How did he know where the goals were? An amazing effort. Number 4, the quick-thinking Cooper Rand from Sale. Ball bounces to the back of the pack, he sticks out the shoe and puts it through. A great goal. Number 5, Ethan East says, anything you can do, I can do better. This one out the ruck. Just puts the boot out and sends it home. Oh, yeah.